Hampton League Live. Welcome to your live coverage of the 3YBFM Hampton League Live Match of the Day, right here on Streamer, Australia's premier community sports streaming platform. The best coverage of local footy and netball on the Great South Coast starts now. For Warrnambool Nissan, Baitness Rural, McDonald's Warrnambool East and Central, Sungold Fresh Local Milk, and Harvey Norman Warrnambool. This is the 3YBFM Hampton League Live Match of the Day, live and free on Streamer.
Interesting one. Koroit are always a tough proposition to play out at Victoria Park, and they've gone unchanged, so I think they did a lot of things right against South Warrnambool, and as Macca said in the chat with Poss before, just their execution of their kicking probably wasn't great in that last quarter. Now, thinking about it a little bit more too, like the week before they played Cobden, they played 4 quarters, and I reckon each quarter went for about 35 minutes, so they might have nearly played an extra quarter of footy against Cobden. Whether they tied a little bit, I don't know, but they're sticking fat with their troops. Terang Mortlake was really impressed with them last week in the second half. I thought they moved the ball really well. Hobbs had strong control over the ruck, and Taylor did his absolute best. But then you throw in Carl and, obviously the big frame of Liam Casey. I think it's going to be a real close game. I'm going to stick with Koroit just because it's at home, but I've got no confidence. I think the Bloods can get it done as well, but I'll stick with Koroit by maybe a goal.
Not sure. A great in for Terang Mortlake, as we've conceded. I don't know, Matty. You're not allowed to sit on the fence, are you? You got to pick one or the other.
Pick one, mate.
I'm going to go for Terang Mortlake, and it'll be a bit of an upset probably, but I just reckon I liked what I saw last start. Got back on track, and they beat a side that wasn't too bad either in Cobden. So, I reckon they might be able to do the job here.
Poss?
Yeah, I'm with eyes. Terang Mortlake for me, Matty. I just reckon their midfield will get plenty of use of the ball. Louis Taylor will start at one pace, and he'll still be going at that same pace at the end of the game, and I expect you to rack up a lot of possessions. As Chris said, you've not only got Louis, you've got Carlin in there as well, you've got Hutchins. So I just reckon they're going to get their first use of the ball from Hobbs, and I just think they're going to pump it in there too many times for not to be able to get over the line.
I actually liked Koroit against South last week. I know they didn't get the job done. South ran over them a little bit, but I reckon I take your point, Hilly. I reckon they were a little bit flat in that last quarter. And Alex Maloney and Sammy Dobson, if they go that way, is going to be a key matchup. It'll be the other Maloney, I'd say, Will Maloney, that'll probably might go that way as well. But he was so good, Dobson, against South. He just clunked everything. On a day like today, he's going to be hard to stop, and he's going to run whoever he plays. They need Byrne to step up and continue. He's kicked 4 goals in each of his games this year to get their scoring power. So I'm going Koroit in a close one, but I expect this to be a really good, tight game of footy.
I hope they play Dobson a little bit more closer to home. I feel like a lot of his touches were up the ground a little bit, and he was kicking inside forward 50, whereas maybe to start him in the square and get him on the lead and getting the footy into his hands, very dangerous. And even maybe have him and Byrne, 2 out in the goal square because they're so dangerous on the lead and their ground ball is so good as well.
Hey, listen, let's go around the grounds. All thanks to Matco High, of course. We're the late starting game today, but the others have kicked off. They'll be nearly on half-time. South Warrnambool taking on Warrnambool up at the friendlies. Ash Kelson, what's the latest, buddy?
Sorry about that. I had to go for a pee stop, so that's why I missed the last call. But anyway, we're at the 17-minute mark of the second quarter. South Warrnambool 4-5-29. Sam Kelly has 3. And Warrnambool 3-4-22 in an entertaining game.
Good game of footy up at the Friendly Societies Park. Camperdown taking on the North Warrnambool Eagles. Another good game. Both undefeated sides. Scooter Cannon, what's the latest up there, mate?
Yeah, mate. To tell you the truth, it's not reaching any great heights this game. It's a battle of the defences, but it's about 15 minutes into the second quarter. It's Camperdown 2-1-13, leading North Warrnambool 1-4-10.
Really low-scoring affair up there at
Can I just ask, Scooter, is the breeze having any impact then, Scoot?
Nah, not really. It's sort of dropped off a bit, but it's starting to pick up a bit more now. So
yeah, right.
Might see a bit of scoring down toward Geelong end.
Beautiful.
Beautifully done. Let's go to the Portland Tigers who play the Port Fairy Seagulls. Mick Finnegan, is there any improvement there for your Port Fairy Seagulls, mate?
Not at the moment, boys. We're at the 19.5-minute mark of the second quarter, and Portland are 10 goals, 8-68, Port Fairy 1-3-9.
Gee whiz. And Jakey Wilson doing all the damage for the Portland Tigers up forward, Mick.
Yeah, Jakey's had a great first quarter. He's kicked 5 goals in the first quarter. He give him a, he give him a big focal point down there, and he's very hard to stop. Portland just seems to be full of run. Yeah.
Good on you, Mickey. Love your work. Let's go to Cobden, take on the Hamilton Kangaroos. Bobby Thomas covering this one on Hamilton League Live. Bobby, what's the latest?
Down here at Cobden, it's 13-minute mark of the second quarter. It's Hamilton Kangaroos 30 points to Cobden 20.
Okay, so the Hamilton Kangaroos have fought back and hit the front there in that one. So 3 really close games thus far and 1 demolition job at the moment. The Portland Tigers are getting the job done. They're looking to go 4-0 in season 2025. Good games, the others by the looks of it, boys.
Yeah, I think they were always going to be good games. I knew the South and Warrnambool one would be, and I thought Hamilton and Cobden would be a great game in the fact that both sides are chasing that win. So they're going to be fighting tooth and nail to get that 4 points. And yeah, I thought there might have been a bit more free-flowing with North Warrnambool and Camperdown because both sides have got some really good movers, but that could open up a little bit later on. But yeah, some good contests there so far.
And both teams, we're still waiting on Koroit actually to enter the arena. Poss, it's 2:59, and we are waiting for him to get out on the ground here, buddy.
Yeah, the umpy's just gone in to give him a bit of a stir-up because they're 3 minutes late, they're saying. They should have been out on the ground 3 minutes ago. We might have the old-fashioned start without the opposition boys.
Hey, and
here they come now.
Lucas Brothers Butchers are sponsoring too the Hamilton umpires too, which is a fantastic, great Hamilton League Live sponsor, which is fantastic. I think that might have been Eddie Dwyer too, who's gone in to give them the hurry up, and they're virtually going to call the captain straight in here. They're not mucking around, Poss.
They're not.
Possum, long time since I've seen them go ahead and bounce the ball when the opposition hasn't come onto the ground. That'd be good theatre.
It would be, wouldn't it? The only trouble is, imagine if you kicked a point though, Eyes. You have no one to kick it back in.
Exactly.
So Liam Hoy's in here, and
we're going to stay with you, Poss, for the toss of the coin, mate. Looks like it's Alex Maloney who's
Alex
doing
Maloney.
the duties.
Yep.
Big Hoy's had a massive May race week too.
It's a tail, so Liam's won the toss, and he'll kick to the scoreboard end of the Port Fairy end. So, yeah, again, probably not an advantage to either end. Since the last time I was out here, boys, it's probably even pushed more across to the straight out of the west almost. So it's almost blowing right across the ground. So no real advantage at this stage to either end. But we do know out here at Koroit it can change a bit. The wind can change. So, but I think we'll see a pretty even contest in terms of wind in this first quarter.
It is going to be a cracker. I really was impressed last week with a few of the youngsters. Charlie Canar, who's not taking his part today for the Bloods, but Reece Bark was a real live wire up forward, wasn't he? And just see that footage during the week.
Had about 25,000 views.
Really?
Yeah.
Jeez, he nearly pulled in a screamer, didn't he? He's an excitement machine. I must admit, as I look out there, it's just good to see familiar numbers on some of these players, and you can actually see it too, because gee whiz, last week was tough.
I had the Bloods reach out this week and did apologise. They said the proofs look really, really good.
Yeah.
But then obviously the end product. The jumpers look fantastic. The numbers were a little bit light on. But anyway, we were able to get through, Matt, and it was a great day at the DC Farron Oval last weekend, that's for sure.
I love the fact that you can just keep these drinks in the freezer here, boys, too. To be honest, Eyes, it's absolutely magnificent. We must be far off the first look at the quaddy at Caulfield today.
A little while yet, Matthew. 3:05. So, yeah, you're right. Only about 3 minutes away.
So, players just getting themselves into position now. Saints. They were really good for three and a bit quarters last week, or Good Friday, and they just punch it late. But they'll be keen to make amends today. And then, of course, Anzac Day, big crowd up at the DC Farron Oval in Mortlake. Wilson's DC Farron Oval. Wilson's real estate, of course. Good to see and catch up with Lucas Wilson during the week too. He's a good man. Big Willow.
I'll give you some netball scores, mate. Open division netball if you want all full time.
Love it.
So I'm led to believe that South Warrnambool and Warrnambool have drawn 51 apiece at full time.
Yeah, that's a big result, isn't it?
Yeah, because they both are undefeated. So it'll come down to percentage for who's on top. Portland got the job done over Port Fairy, 41-37. Cobden, 56-29 over Hamilton. Koroit well in front of Terang Mortlake. That game not yet to be finalised. And Camperdown, I'm led to believe, may have just got the job done over North Warrnambool.
Now, Hilly, really trying to ramp things up here and really confuse the big dog. We have got the numbers, and they are not in chronological order. What, after a big day race week, mate, where my brain is mentally fried?
Well, it's more of just a reference point for you, Matthew, because, mate, you'll know most of these guys, but I must admit I was a little bit hamstrung for time this week, so
gee whiz.
You'll be right, mate.
This is unbelievable, to say the least, big fella. Players in a position. We're about to get things underway. Jakey McCosh is going to go up against Big Hobbsy to kick it off, and Hobbs wins the first tap down. Coming through there for the Saints was Jack Block. He gets a quick kick for Dobson. It's a one-hander for the big man. He was good in Good Friday footy, and he started this contest well. So Dobson goes short further afield. Rob, it's actually Neve, goes back. Dobson just steps around. Left foot kick goes forward. No one in particular. Getting back there for the Bloods. Good numbers. That was a Rundle. Stepping through traffic that time was Fowler. Handball over the top. Here's Carlin. He was wrapped up as well. Handball just misses the target. Goes back to Fowler. Goes back to a Rundle. Oh, he just dances through. He pirouettes. Back to Fowler, who's been busy to start this contest, but it's been cut off by big Jake McCosh, the big ruckman for the Koroit Saints.
And he's just directed him to go long, and that's where he goes. Inside forward 50. Stretching mark attempt. Here's Maloney via hand. Has to be good to Hutchins. Darcy got the handball out to Carlin. He'll bring it towards centre wing. It's a 3-on-2 situation. Almost read beautifully there by Miller. And a bit of hanging on there. It's going to go to Terang Mortlake. And it's the Irishman and Liam Casey. Gets it to Zay Vickers. He's under pressure from Harrington. And it was incorrect disposal adjudged by the central umpire. And a free kick is going to go to Brett Harrington, a Maskell medal winner. Back in 2018, I reckon it may have been. So he'll go short across to half-back, Stevens. Is the man with the ball in hand. They got the yellow footy this afternoon. And we've yet to score, and that's on the National Tile scoreboard for 2025.
So big kick from Stevens. Dobson's a target, good fist away that time. And I think it's Will Maloney who's got the job on Dobson, not Alex. He's brother of Alex. They look very, very similar eyes, and he is going to get run around today because Dobbo loves working him over, doesn't he?
Yeah, and he's a quality opponent too, but he's got his hands full today. And as Hilly said, we'd like to see Dobson maybe working a little bit closer to goal. At the moment, he's coming a long, long way up the ground, and it's leaving him sort of a kick short in between, isn't it?
So we've got a ball up right in front of us here, umpire ready to wire. It's Hobbs and McCosh again. This one was one down by McCosh. Coming through that time was Hutchins. Handball comes out to Carlin. He gets it further afield to Arundel, who carries the football now. Handball's on. Beautiful play by the... good build-up, I should say, by the Terang Mortlake Bloods. Kick just misses the target that time. That was from Slater. Coming through Mooney. Resolute in defence as always. Kick goes out. Hobbs flies. Doesn't pull down the mark. Stepping through traffic. Good play in the end. There's Heffernan. Quick kick goes forward now. Bouncing football. Here goes Hutchins. Beautiful play. Bernardo in the pocket hits the post. Geez, that would have been a Lucas Brothers snag of the day. He's an excitement machine, and Phil Kelly on the boundary, all thanks to B&B Furniture Plus Mobility and Movement Solutions.
Yeah, so first score on the board, just albeit a behind, but no, good start. Both sides getting a bit of the footy, so hopefully it'll be like this for all day.
Mooney brings it to the broadcast side. Hodgkins, nice bit of body work. Mac Peterson leading the charge, and the ball trickles over the boundary line. We'll have a boundary throw in. So good start. Yellow footy. Not so much a twilight game, but a little bit of a later start here at Victoria Park, Koroit. Boundary throw-in's good and deep. Hobbs front position, the double-handed tap down, looking for Zay Vickers. Peterson trying to feast it out, only as far as Jack Fowler. Inside forward 50, Buck stretches. Over his head, Hodgkins first to the football. Looks to straighten up with a short kick. Just a little bit too much. Shortened kick there On the lateral, with a bit of an angle from Hutchins, goes to Scotty Carlin, and he'll have a set shot at goal, 45 out. That was smart, Poss.
Yeah, it was. And, I want to take advantage of this situation because goals could be imperative today. They are imperative, but might not be many of them.
So Scotty Carlin, fresh off an NTFL season. Kick comes off the boot, fading to the right. And a minor score. He did strike it well.
Beautiful kick off the boot. He was just a bit stiff that the wind caught it really late. Just drifted it far enough. But good start for Carlin.
2 points on the National Tile scoreboard. We've played 4.5 minutes, all thanks to Lee Contracting.
So kick-out's going to come this time from Miller. Seen the boys, him and Mac Peterson during the week. They liked the Krusty the Clown call a couple of weeks ago, the boys. There's a Rundle just scouting off the back of the pack. And the ball goes out of bounds and we're going to have a ball up. Far out of side.
I'm looking at a Koroit Saint avid supporter down here. He's got the beanie and the scarf on, Matt. I reckon he'd be warm enough.
That's avid. That is unbelievable,
I just don't know what he's left at home in the wardrobe for when it gets cold, to be honest.
So free kick's going to go to Big Hobbs. And he's had a great start to the season for the Bloods. He wants to go long. So Hobbs, he'll go short instead. Carlin just by himself. Good defensive work in the end by Fraser Robb. Ball hits the deck, right on the paint of the 50-metre line for Terang Mortlake, and we'll have a stoppage.
So ball up. A very beautiful day out here at Victoria Park, Koroit.
Very beautiful day.
It's a quick kick out by Neve. Reeves just overruns it. Mooney comes back. He's wrapped up in a nice tackle by Buck. And umpire Eddie Dwyer, he had a big week Clark of the course. He says, give it to me, boys. We'll have a ball up. So it's the Irishman up against McCosh. Coming through there was Vickers. Fowler's in there as well. So's Hoy. And we will have another ball up. Poss, good crowd downstairs.
Yeah, yep, it is, Stewie. As I said, just pre-game, it was building up and still is. So people still getting to the ground.
Here goes Carlin. Been busy to start this contest. Just goes through the hands that time of Heffernan. Wrapped up. He was really good last week. It's actually Vickers. Tyler Vickers. Some good young kids on display last week for Terang Mortlake. Here goes Couch. Happy just to see the ball go out of bounds. And we will have a boundary throw in right in front of us in the super box here at Victoria Park, Koroit. It's going to be a few boys really sweating it out there today, I reckon. Just trying to watch eyes to Louis Taylor. So he likes to drift forward. It looks like Harrington's got a bit of a job and a roll at him today. Here goes Neve. Goes back to Campbell. Hoy off one step. His kick was smothered. Hobb gets up there and just fists it forward. And the ball goes out of bounds. So it's a scrappy old affair to start this contest, fair to say.
Yeah, a bit of a fluky breeze, I reckon.
Is.
And probably, if anything, I think Terang Mortlake might be overusing the ball a little bit. But having said that, they're both sort of just feeling each other out, I reckon.
So half-forward line, Jet Grayling was terrific in Good Friday football. He's wrapped up. Vickers has him. Traps him at centre-half forward. And umpire Eddie Dwyer will resume play once again. So this time Bradley's in Iraq and he was up against Casey. Ricocheted kicks. Carlin in there once again. He's had about 6 or 7 touches. Free kick pushed in the back. It's going to go to Terang Mortlake. And Tyler Vickers will be the man. He kicked 2 last week in Anzac Day football.
Been busy to start this game too.
This kick needs to go. No, yeah, that's the spot for it. But
he looks to put it on the right angle. Good roving there by McLeod. Right foot snap to a vacant goal square, and that is a Lucas Brothers snag of the day. A beauty to start the game. And the Bloods have had some inside forward 50s early, all thanks to Syndicate Account stats, and they go to 1-2-8 on that National Tile scoreboard, and the Saints yet to score. League contracting time clock says 8 minutes and 31 seconds.
Really good goal. That was opportunistic from McLeod. It was a snap from about 45. Eyes Kelson, and we're alive in the first leg of the quad.
I think everyone in Australia might be at this point in time. The short price favourite immediacy, just too good for them, to be honest. He was just beautifully ridden by Blake Shin and put them away. So good start to the quaddie for, as I said, most of Australia probably.
So Tyron Neve comes from McCutcheon was there as well. Fist goes forward. On the end of it's that man Vickers again. He started this contest well. Kick goes forward. Bouncing football. Louis grabs it. Louis goes back. Handball comes through. Misses a target. Cutting it off there is Harrington. He bangs it on the boot, but I'll tell you what's going to come straight back because Benny Reid has taken it. It's actually Joshy Slater has taken a nice mark for Terang Mortlake. Fair dinkum. It's like white numbers last week for the Bloods. Non-chronological order this week.
Just trying to test you out, Matty. Race week.
Oh, fair dinkum. The mind's frazzled. The brain is cooked, but Slater goes bang under the young kid. Skews that off the side of the boot, but they're getting good purchase. So that breeze is certainly helping. Their shots on goal, that is for sure, and it goes out of bounds on the full. And Dallas Mooney will get the resultant free kick.
He looks to keep it low, but only as far as Slater dropped the mark. Coming through is Rook, and the handball chain will start with Peterson. Goes inside-outside kick, centres it, looking and clean bowls. Arundel first to it. Dobson there. Free kick hanging on. And it's going to go to the skipper for the Bloods and Arundel. Likes to use the corridor on the open side. Good kick. And now looking to build through McLeod. Over the back he goes. That's Matt Baxter. Inside 50. One-on-one. Taylor flies through his fingers. And out of bounds the ball goes. And we'll have a boundary throw in.
We might go around the grounds, all thanks to Matco Hire. It is Warrnambool, South Warrnambool playing over the Friendly Societies Park. Ash Callison, what's the latest up there, mate?
Yeah, half time, mate. 5-7-37 South Warrnambool. Warrnambool 5-4-34. Good going.
Gee.
Good game of footy up at the Friendlies. Let's go to Skeeter Cannon, Camperdown taking on the North Footy Leaders. What's the latest, Skeet?
Yeah, half time here too, boys. It's North Warrnambool 3-6-24. Leading Camperdown 3-1-19.
Love your work there too as well, Skeet. As the Bloods go into attack once again, Banana from the boundary misses. Everything goes out of bounds on the full. Let's go to Port Fairy and Portland over at Hanlon Park in Portland. Mick Finnegan, any joy over there, mate? Are you back?
Yeah, no, it's half time over here at the Hanlon Park and Portland at 10-9-69 to Port Fairy 139.
Yeah. They put a photo.
Beautifully done. So they are absolutely smoking the Portland Tigers. And Cobden take on Hamilton down at Cobden. Bobby Thomas, what's the latest, Bob?
Yeah, at the 14-minute mark in the second, Hamilton Kangaroos 5-7-37 to Cobden 3-4-22. Hell of a wind blowing here today.
Big howling breeze. We might get Poss just as Louis Taylor just snaps one around the body, hits the post, bouncing football. Yeah, Poss, just I reckon just hold that mic off. We're hearing every conversation down there the girls are having downstairs, all thanks to B&B Furniture Plus Mobility and Movement Solutions.
Talking about May race week.
We had everything, mate. They've backed a few winners and they've caught up with such and such. And if you don't mind.
Not a bad kick to Bradley between wing and half forward. So Bradley keeps it long and low. Hobbs just intercepts in the right timing and takes a nice mark. He's a ripper, Darcy Hobbs.
Good player, mate.
Good start to the season too. Got himself fit. So Hobbs will go short. Bradley flies and a push in the back will go to Sam McLean. And he just didn't get enough airtime to jump over.
Up before acceptors.
Correct. So Sam McLean, he's been a stalwart for the Bloods for a number of years. They lead by 8 points to Terang Mortlake.
He was good last week, McLean.
He was. Finds Will Maloney, and he's in his defensive 50. So just finding the next best avenue. He'll go short via foot, finds Hutchins. Roberts just lurking out on this wing. And Hutchins just holding things up. So 13 and a half minutes gone. Hutchins goes long. Almost a nice mark taken by Slater. No one really wanted the football in the end. There was a number that tried to jump into it. And umpire Eddie Dwyer will get proceedings going underway. Plus, let's go to you all thanks to B&B Furniture Plus Mobility and Movement Solutions.
Yeah, good on you. Good on you, boys. I can't turn the mic down either, by the way. I can only turn it on and off. So
just the direction was pointed in, big fella.
So, No, just a pretty tame start at the moment, isn't it? I did mention when they kicked that first goal, Terang Mortlake, they got it from that far pocket, which is the pocket you have to come in from, because that's where the wind, if you see that first shot from goal from Carlin, the wind pushed it right across the face, so got to have it deep in that far pocket to score.
Is it going down that way, though, Poss? Because a couple of shots on goal, they've actually they've cleared the fence of that, haven't they, comfortably?
Yeah, slightly. As I say, it's probably blowing slightly to the visitors' rooms, I guess, into that pocket.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it is helping, but you've got to bring it in at the right angle.
Got the mini golf windsock on the scoreboard too.
Yeah, indeed.
Which is very, very handy. So, big Jakey McCosh. Saw him out and about during the week. He had a good carnival. The big ruckman for Koroit. His kick goes short to block. Jackie Block been a great play here at the Saints. Raking left foot kick, going to blow straight out of bounds on the full set. You can see that breeze and how strong it is blowing towards us. So we might actually, it doesn't happen very often, but we're going to get a fair bit of the play hopefully.
Well,
over this side
something
of the
that's unusual, certainly for this time of year, it's really a nor'wester, which is that warm breeze, and it's it's having an influence for sure, Matt.
Ball kind of goes through a few sets of hands. Hutchins was wrapped up. Umpire Eddie Dwyer says that he's holding the pool, and the resultant free kick will go to Jackie Block. Good tackle by Block. And also in there was Jetty Grayland, another youngster. Plenty of talent on offer here. Dobbs is going to fly, no. It's McCosh in the front there, and in the end it was a good fist away from Willie Maloney, and the ball goes out of bounds. So 1-2-8 Terang Mortlake. Koroit Saints yet to score. That is on the Solomon's Tiles scoreboard for season 2025. We've played 15.5 minutes on the league contracting time clock.
We have McCosh got the tap down to Block, who's been busy early. He's wrapped up. Just got it out in the nick of time, because I reckon umpire Dwyer was going to blow his whistle. O'Keefe there, kept the footy alive. Hoy jumps on it. He's wrapped up by Arundel, the opposing skippers. And the ball not travelling anywhere.
So Joey Arundel skipped, like Alex Maloney took the toss.
I think there's joint.
Yeah.
Joint skippers. So the punch down, only as far as Fowler, who's looked pretty promising early, got the handball out. Here comes Couch, he gathers. Now we put it on the boot. He gets some height with a kick inside forward 50. They fly, and a big large of numbers that do fly for that footy. Who's going to win out? Xavier Vickers, good in the clinches, wrapped up, and he wasn't quick enough with the handball. And a free kick's going to go to the Saints, and Liam Hoy the man. So Hoy bombs it long. It's a bit of a worm burner. Inside 50, but it's going to come back. Or 50.
Free kick against Couch, I think, boys.
They've really struggled to penetrate far inside 50, haven't they, Koroit? Just can't
so it makes
get
me
it.
think that there is a bit of a breeze.
Yeah, I think it's having an influence, but they're just struggling. I think twice they've had it in there.
So Vickers took the nice mark, and he finds Taylor. So Louis had back on the back of 39 touches in last weekend's games, goes short again, finds Fowler. So they're possessing the football nicely. They lead by 8 points.
Good young kid, isn't he, Fowler?
Kicks to half forward. Buck's going to be one of his targets. Reading it almost pretty well there was Wareham. He was pretty good last week, Sam Wareham. And held up once again on half forward. And we'll go to Postle, thanks to B&B Furniture Plus Mobility and Movement Solutions.
Yeah, again, they just... I know the play's sort of forced onto this side of the ground, boys, but the only way to really open it up, and I'm harping on it a bit, is to get it onto that slightly into the middle, slightly to that outer side. Far, far better avenue to go.
Connor Byrne just got himself up into the play here. He's such an explosive and important player, and when he sits forward in that, you got to get him into the play, don't you? So he's just taking it upon himself, I think, just to get himself into this contest. And right on cue, he's wrapped up in a really strong tackle that time by McLean. Neve not happy with the attention that he copped Connor Byrne. So the big Irishman, big Casey. Liam Casey goes up against McCosh, wins it down to Taylor. Taylor right foot snap. Goes forward, but it's going to go straight out of bounds. Yes, it does. Bounces up high. Nearly onto the roof there, and the resultant free kick will go to Jetty Grayland for the Koroit Saints. Another win in that greater Western Victorian Rebel system. Running machine. Jet Grayland. And runs and carries. Required distance. High up and under. Couches a target. Oh, had 2 bites of the cherry. Nearly got it. Big fist comes through from Casey and the ball goes out of bounds. He's a big boy, the Irishman, boys.
Yeah, very big lad, isn't he? Yeah.
Big lump of a kid. He's had a few Irish stews over the journey. So it's McCosh and Casey. This time Casey wins it down. Jack Block scouts it for Koroit. Steps through traffic. Good football. Left foot kick goes forward. Here's Dobson. Dobson and Maloney. Good strength, but I tell you what, a good... Oh, push out. Who's it gone against here? I think it might go to Dobson. Thought it was a fair contest.
Didn't seem to be much in it, did it?
Nah, they were standing side by side.
Looking for 52, the Koroit faithful downstairs at the bar, but not forthcoming.
No one's helping him get the footy.
Just wait for it to roll down, or
They must have been Terang Mortlake supporters.
They were not interested, were they? It was just like,
too hot to move.
no interest whatsoever. Dobson goes short to Neve. It's a little live wire. Jira Neve. He kicks further
look at the
afield.
wind catch that.
Didn't it? Diving mark goes through the hands that time. Stacks on the mill. And we are going to have a ball up. So 1-2-8 Terang Mortlake. The Koroit Saints yet to score. It's on the Solomon's Tile scoreboard. We've nearly ticked into 20 minutes in this first term, Hilly.
Yeah, we haven't seen any great heights. Been a lot of toing and throwing between the half-back lines. Blair McCutcheon got the handball out, but again, so tight in the clinches and unable to get it out. And we'll go again inside forward 50 for the Saints. They jump high. Roving there was Couch, trying to be busy. The Bloods get it out of D50. It's Reeves who was the target, well read by Stevens, and he gets the handball out to Hodgins. He'll go on the left boot, half forward, O'Keefe, trying to drag his opponent underneath. Here comes Hamish Dobson, that was clever. Here's O'Keefe, inside 50 with the drop punt. Can he find a target? Through the set of fingers, Harvey Roberts had it out just in time. Alex Maloney under a pressure for the Bloods. And again, we'll have a stoppage inside forward 50 for Koroit.
Good little play by Dobson, wasn't it? Just
Terrific.
through a bit of traffic, and he's an exciting young talent. He's only a young kid. I thought Connor Byrne had it, then he just kind of read it better than anyone. Comes through again. He's so dangerous around goals, but they're happy to concede a behind, and that's the first score of the afternoon for the Koroit Saints. And they go to 1 behind 1 point. Terang Mortlake 1-2-8. Solomon's Tile scoreboard. What's a pass mark, do you reckon, here with the Bloods with a slight advantage?
Yeah, look, I don't think it's a terrible advantage at all, really, Matty. It is. If you look at the old Johnny Holland wind socket, he's blowing straight across the ground. But again, I keep saying, if you're going to kick it in from either this side at either end, you're actually kicking into the wind. And if you've seen that last forward rush by Koroit was from that outer side and the ball carried. So it's definitely blowing across the wind and ground. And if you're kicking from this side, you're actually kicking back into it.
Carlin got the kick, only as far as Hodgins, who attacks the football with a fair bit of vigour. Harrington did really well. Loose football towards half forward for the Saints. Hobbs just overran it in the end. Hodgins in there once again. Can they get the outlet handball? They can to Hoy. Finds a target, and Byrne takes a beautiful mark. He's got such good hands, and he's such a live wire, and he's an exciting player, that is for sure, Eyes.
Well, his vertical leap is so good. So when he runs to the footy, you can keep up with him, but then he puts a foot on you in the air. He can just leap from a standing start, can't he?
He does. He plays on and he kicks it wide, and it's out of bounds on the full. So an opportunity not utilised to its best for the Bloods, and it's going to be Maloney, and that's Will who kicks it out to Buck, who leads nicely. New role for Reece Buck in 2025, playing predominantly more forward, and gives him a good target. With
He's a live wire, isn't he?
Absolutely. So Harvey Roberts goes the switch kick, and it's good. And here they go through Slater. He's got a teammate down the wing, which is McLeod, and he can move it on further and get it to another teammate.
Here they go.
Here's young Wareham. He's got some time and space. Kick on the legs. Perfect. Good kick. That was set up by a beautiful switch kick by Reece Buck, and it's ended up in the hands of Riley Hutchins in the Joey Arundel pocket. And he'll have a set shot 25 to 30 metres out, 45-degree angle. And it's going to take one of his best, Riley Hutchins.
He's going to have to kick it really, probably to the far point post. Either way the breeze is, it's a very, very difficult kick.
He's such a good player, Riley Hutchins. He comes in, he'll launch it off the boot, and he has put it to the right, only so narrowly, and another minor score. So they go to 139 on the National Tile scoreboard. one behind for the Saints, and we've played 23 and a half minutes.
Only seen a small window of young Wirram last week and this week, but geez, he's got some skill and some talent. He's really poised as a young kid. Let's go around the grounds, all thanks to Matt High this afternoon, and we'll head up to the Friendly Societies Park. The Roosters take on the Blues. What's the latest up there, Ash?
Just run out in the ground for the third quarter. So South 5-7-37, Warrnambool 5-4-34.
Good game of footy. Let's go up to the Lura Oval. It's Camperdown taking on the North Warrnambool Eagles. Both sides undefeated. What's the latest up there, Skeet? We might have just lost Skeet. Let's go to Mick Finnegan, Portland v Port Fairy. What's the latest over at Port Fairy, mate? Portland, I should say.
Yeah, the third quarter's just ready to start, Matty. Portland 10-9, 69 to Port Fairy 1-3-9.
Beautifully done. Here the Saints go forward. Nice kick. And going to go back and have a shot will be McCutcheon. And this will look to put the first goal on the board for Koroit this afternoon. He's about 35 metres out on a slight angle. So we'll test this wind out. So McCutcheon runs around, crimps a bit of ground, told to play on, smothered off the boot in the end. Good play.
We still didn't get to see what the Blues is doing.
We did not. Let's go to Bobby Thomas, Cobden v Hamilton. What's the latest down there, Bob?
As boys, it's a half time here at Cobden. Hamilton Kangaroos 5-9 to Cobden 4-4.
Good game of footy. Kangas looking for their first victory, as are the Cobden Bombers. Buck goes bang. Bangs into attack. Hobbs goes through his hands. Hodgkins is there. Dives on the football. Could have got a free kick. Mooney just tries to barge his way out. Bit like Jonah Lomu. And the umpire says we're going to have a ball up.
There we are. 50-metre line for the Bloods. Hobbs gets another tap down. And they're wrapped up, the Bloods. No avenue to get it out. That was Slater. So they go again. And the Saints got the hit out. But again, we're going to get wrapped up. But it's a free kick. It's going to go to Koroit for some high contact. And the player in Fraser Robb just picking himself up and going back over his mark.
Koroit have probably done a fairly good job just to hold Terang Mortlake up for about the last 10 minutes or so, I reckon.
Do you reckon it was a ploy, boys? And Poss, I'll include you in this because Hoysey won the toss.
Kicked to the other end.
Kicked to the other end. Do you reckon that was a ploy?
Don't know. He might be hungover, perhaps.
He's done a gotcha, do you reckon?
He's had a big week.
No, I don't. Not necessarily, I don't think. No.
So Dobson, he's on centre wing. He'll go short via foot. He finds Fraser Robb. So he wants to go the switch kick. It has to be good to get to Hodgins, and it's going to be pretty good. Straight in the corridor, and he'll go inside 50. They open up the space.
Ooh.
Diving at it there was McCutcheon. Good to Miller. He goes inside the pocket. Couch. Crawley did really nicely with a defensive punch and causes the 50-50. And there's a siren to end the first quarter here at Victoria Park, and the Bloods are leading 1-3-9. Koroit one behind, and that is on the National Tile scoreboard.
If you're joining us for the first time and you heard that score, you'd think we're absolutely bucketing down and we're a heavy 10, but conditions are magic here for round 4 action.
You could have been at the grand final last year and just thought this is stock standard stuff, Matthew.
That's it, and of course last night's game wasn't anything to write home about as well. But at quarter time, it is an 8-point lead to Terang Mortlake over the Koroit Saints. And we've got 3 more quarters to go. We're the late start here this afternoon. Sun is shining out of Victoria Park Koroit. There's a really healthy crowd as well, but a good start for the Bloods. And they are leading this contest. We're going to take a break. We'll come back with second quarter action on your home of football netball 94.5 3YB FM.
3YB FM's Hampton League Live.
For our broadcast partners, Warrnambool Nissan, Badeness Rural, McDonald's Warrnambool Eastern Central, Sungold Fresh Local Milk, and Harvey Norman Warrnambool.
It's a place for the coaches.
Pickles are coming off and the bacon's going on.
The defenders.
Oi. Ooh.
And those who love a good smother. What? And at full time, you always go home with the chocolates.
Ness Rural is locally owned and committed to serving the needs of the local community with a huge range of over 6,500 products and services backed by almost 150 years of industry experience and knowledge. The range includes pet and stock feeds, dairy, beef and sheep farming supplies, hobby farm supplies, rural equipment and tools, plus agronomy services including seed and chemical supplies. Drop in and see the team today at Ness Rural, corner Raglan Parade and Karamat Road, Warrnambool.
The wait is over. All new Nissans have arrived in Warrnambool and it's been worth the wait too. Sharp modern design with the latest in all new tech and safety. Prepare to be moved by the all new Qashqai, Pathfinder and X-Trail. Come and see the team at Warrnambool Nissan today.
The world's #1 training method is at Warrnambool 24/7 Gym and Fitness. High altitude and oxygen training. Just add these to your training and feel the results. Find out more at Warrnambool 24/7 Gym and Fitness, Homemaker Centre, Warrnambool.
Dr. Xavier McKinnon here from the locally owned and operated Hampden Vet Clinic. We're now in Warrnambool and we're ready to look after your farm animals and available 24/7 if you need us. Pregnancy testing, lame cows, calf disbudding, we do it all.
Hampden Vet. Give them a call. They're good at what they do.
Time to get up, time to walk to the bus stop, open up the shop, time for you, time for me, love and everything you see. The sun is up, time to take on the world this time. Time to wake up, time to climb to the top. Welcome to the world where the sun is always gold and it's waiting just for you. Time to get into life where the sun is always gold. Sungold.
If I want to buy that house, I'll need a conveyancer. I should get online and...
In 200 metres, take the third exit onto Liebig Street.
I didn't turn on my GPS. Okay, I'm turning right.
In 100 metres, your destination will be on the left.
On the left.
You have arrived at your destination.
Southwest Conveyancing, but... Oh, well, that makes sense.
Take the hints to get you on the right path to buying your home. Contact the Warrnambool office or southwestconveyancing.com.au.
Warrnambool's Harvey Norman is the destination for electrical, computers, bedding and furniture. See your local team of experts from all departments for the massive range of products from the world's biggest brands. Explore TVs, audio, white goods and small appliances. Laptops, PCs, mobile phones and smartwatches. Indoor, outdoor furniture and recliners. Bedding and bedroom furniture all in the one store. Get the best advice from the local experts at the destination for electrical, computers, bedding and furniture. Your locally owned Harvey Norman, Raglan Parade, Warrnambool.
It's a place for the coaches.
Pickles are coming off and the bacon's going on.
The defenders.
Oi. Ooh.
And those who love a good smother. What? And at full time, you always go home with the chocolates.
You gotta get down to Pontings, they're the expert crew, who are always here for you. It's where the locals go, and the tradies know. You gotta get down to Pontings, we've got ya.
The wait is over. All new Nissans have arrived in Warrnambool and it's been worth the wait too. Sharp modern design with the latest in all new tech and safety. Prepare to be moved by the all new Qashqai, Pathfinder and X-Trail. Come and see the team at Warrnambool Nissan today.
Hampden League Live.
For Warrnambool Nissan, Flying Horse Bar and Brewery, Warrnambool Sheet Metal, Luke Williams Real Estate and Pearson's Nursery.
94.5 3YB FM.
Welcome back to Hampden League Live. Second quarter action about to get underway. An entertaining first quarter. The Terang Mortlake Bloods 1-3-9. They are leading the Koroit Saints 1 behind 1 point, and that is on the Solomon's Tile scoreboard. And Greggy Kelson and Ants Marty. Oh, have a look at this. The big Ants has brought in the big chips and gravy for the boys. And hasn't that sparked them up here at Victoria Park?
Well, for those lucky, it's not television, of course, but for those listening, Matty Stewart actually laying on the floor at half-time, Trent.
Well, and the chips and gravy have just lifted,
but that lifted him up against, and he thought he'd better have a look and see what's going on at the ground as well, but he's had a little rest.
Hey, let's go downstairs to our man Possum Kelly, and he's got old fat fingers with him in Putty Irving, Poss.
I won't tell Put how you introduced me, Stewie, but you just stick to your chips and gravy up there, Put.
He's actually got a late change coming here, possibly.
No, we're right.
He's off, boss.
Just getting it organised on the bench, boys. Put low scoring first quarter, but reasonably happy with it.
Yeah, like our intent and our pressure in the first 10 or 12 minutes was really, really high. And, you know, like you're not going to have game of footy on your own terms the whole way. So that middle patch, Koroit started to get back on top. They started to move the footy reasonably well. But then we felt we finished off the quarter really well. We didn't hit the scoreboard, but I think it's going to be one of those days.
We just mentioned, we were mentioning during the call in that first quarter, this wind sort of blowing straight across. Any sort of message to try and get the boys to get the ball on that far side to bring it in from over that way?
Yeah, well, obviously there's any way you bring the footy in. But what we've got to really make sure of is that there's angles that we get cutting all the time. So it could be a 45 kick into the middle. It could be a switch kick out wide. Doesn't matter. As long as we cut the angles, doesn't matter which way we'll go.
Good on you, mate. Good luck for the second quarter. Thanks, boys.
Thanks, boss. So second term action to be getting underway very soon. Umpire has the ball in hand. And here we go. So McCosh up against Hobbs, and Hobbs got the tap down. Almost trapping there was Louis Taylor. The Saints get the first clearance out, and Vickers takes a nice mark across half back. And that's Tyler Vickers. He uses the broadcast side wing. Peterson with the intercepting mark takes a nice one. And he's a real rock of Gibraltar in that defensive 50 for Koroit. So they trail by 9 points. At quarter time, Neve draws the play to Mooney. Mooney will go via hand, and he'll get the 1-2 back. Side steps, puts it on the left boot, inside 50, awkward bounce. Here's Joey Arundel looking to clean up proceedings. Flying there was Peterson. He was sort of interrupted with his marking process, and it's holding the ball. And it's going to go to Tyler Vickers for all the Bloods.
Yeah, good play. As I said, he's been a really important player in this game too. Has Vickers. All kick smothered. That's on by Hoy. Coming through his couch. Can't quite gather it. Take it high, Hoy. Could have got a free kick for mine. Yeah, umpire's pulled one out, but it's from about 20 metres away. I think the free kick's going to go to Louis. And Louis has a bit of a smile to Hoysey. Says, I might have got away with one there, I reckon. Geez, he works hard, this bloke, Louis Taylor. Former Rising Star winner. Oh, big fly. That time by Jakey McCosh. He went early and nearly pulled it down. Mac Peterson steps through traffic. Dispossessed. Here goes McCutcheon. That's Dill. Taken high. That time was Campbell. And the umpire says Stacks on the mill right in front of the bar at Victoria Park. Koroit as the sidewinder comes up and smacks a few chips and gravy in himself. Don't we get looked after out here, boys?
Oh, yeah.
Free kick's gone here. It's going to be Hutchins. That'll be Darcy, who's had the head shave. No, what's happened here?
I think there's going to be a stoppage, and I reckon something might have been said to the umpire. So he's given the free kick to Terang Mortlake. That's the way I've sort of read it.
Hoysey's not happy, I know that. Tell the frustration there. What's happening here? They're just conferring. So free kick's going to go to Hobbs. So he's got to come back. He pushed forward to get on the end of it. And the big man...
They couldn't trick the umps there.
Hobbs plays on, he gives it to Hutchins in the end anyway. Good play. There's young Fowler. Another exciting young prospect at Terang Mortlake. Geordie Fowler high up and under. Mooney sits underneath it. Coming through Taylor. Good roving. Stevens is there, can't go anywhere. And we are going to have another ball up about 45 metres out straight in front of Terang Mortlake's goals. Bloods 1-4-10, Saints 1 behind 1 point. Solomon's tile scoreboard.
Yeah, it's it's going to be a really interesting contest, isn't it? And obviously whoever might be fitter might be the winners too, Hilly, because it's going to be a real act of war today, isn't it?
I reckon it just doesn't look like it's going to be a huge scoring game.
No.
So Crawley gets it on the boot towards centre half forward. Peterson backing back, free kick. It's going to go to Mac Peterson. He's an absolute ripper.
It's just getting worked mainly between the two 50s, isn't it?
Yeah, that deep kick's few and far between. So Peterson will bring it to the broadcast side, looking for Couch, goes the early jump, nearly trapped it. Here's Hobbs with a handball out, just didn't quite hit the target. Going in there for the Saints is McCosh. He did a bit of tunnel ball and it was pretty effective to Rook. Handballs and finds Neve, works it back, goes to block, ricochets into the hands of McCosh. He'll find Peterson. They're tackling well here. The pressure's good here from the Bloods. And a free kick's going to go to Koroit for a bit of late contact with that tackle on Peterson. So Peterson between wing and half back for the Saints. He'll go short for kick, and it's good. He finds Liam Hoy. Hobbs just tying his shoelace up. And Hoy directing play, and he'll go long down the ground. The fly's going to come from Dobson, and he almost took the mark. He did. Third man in line. It wasn't paid. And Maloney was quick to react and try and trap him, and he did. And we'll have a stoppage at half forward.
Might have been a bit stiff there for mine, Poss.
He was, Odds. I think he got one. He may have taken the mark, but he also got taken high on the way down. So, yeah, could have got 2 kicks there.
There's Carlin. Can't quite gather. Blocks in there. Coming through his couch. Ware of good hands to Hutchins. That's Darcy. Goes further afield looking for Buck. Reading it better this time is Miller. Will the ball sit up for him? Yes, it does. Goes back to Hodgins. So the three ginger curly-headed kids play on. Louis Taylor intercepts. He's got Buck out the back. Doesn't quite hit him. He's good enough to get it. Handball goes inboard. Getting back there was Campbell, last line of defence for the Saints. And he saved a certain score there for mine. Bouncy football. McCosh is there. Also Fowler. Oh, could have been driven to the ground. Umpire letting it go. And we are going to have a ball up. So it's like a little Mexican arm wrestle. 5.5 minutes into this second term. 1-4-10 Terang, Mortlake, Koroit, Saints 1 behind 1 point. Gee whiz, big fly there by the Irishman, Casey. Hutchins, he kicks further afield. Could have been a push out against Reeves, and the umpire says yes. The resultant free kick will go to Hodgins. Deep and defensive 50.
So 9 points the margin. 6 minutes ticked over on the league contracting time clock, and Hodgins gets it out. Early jump from Casey, push out, and the Saints will get the resultant free kick. So tell you what, every inside forward 50 is going to be like gold this afternoon, because scores are hard to come by. He kicks down the line, Dobson, Couch. Oh, they interrupted each other there. The Saints block read it well, but he's trapped straight away. And that was well done by Will Maloney on true centre wing. So 1-4-10, Terang, Mortlake, Koroit, 1 behind. And that's on the national tile scoreboard. Punched away by Hutchins. Well read by Rook, and he got the handball back. Goes down the wing. Will it stay in the play? It does. And a good bit of work there by Maloney to punch it over. Pies, let's go to you, all thanks to B&B Furniture Plus Mobility Movement Solutions.
Yeah, I think the score's reflective of the fact that there's been no real clear passenger play yet, has there? There's been no link-up series of handballs and clear, clean, uncontested possessions. It's just a really closed-in game at the moment.
Here go the Saints into attack once again, reading it beautifully well. There was Alex Maloney. He's a good player. Reads the ball so good, and if you're playing him, you just don't get easy kicks. I reckon he might have the job on Connor Byrne today. Difference in either kick, not good though. And it's been cut off by Fraser Robb. He's going to go back and have a shot, I reckon. He's about 40 metres out on a slight angle, and this is the wind straight over his shoulder. So distance will not be a concern for Fraser Robb. Generally a good shot on goal. So this is for the first goal of the afternoon for the Koroit Saints, and it's taken to nearly the 8-minute mark. It's not through yet. Goals aren't going to be easy today. Blustery conditions. Robb comes in, kicks on its way. He strikes it good. It's a goal. Straight through the middle. Lucas Brothers snag of the day, and the Saints get a 1-1-7. They draw first blood of this second quarter. Terang, Mortlake 1-4-10. Solomon's Tile scoreboard. And Greggy Eyes Kelson. The quaddie bubble has burst, big fella, by the looks of that result on the TV.
Well, yeah, watching it closely, absolute pimple in it. But the 30-1 shot has got up and upset all of our plans at Caulfield this afternoon.
Wow, we knew there was going to be a roughie get up at some point.
Yeah, I did. And it took enough in it too, but not that roughie.
Oh, unbelievable, Poss.
Yeah, well, that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes.
That's how it goes, Poss.
It is.
Got to take the good with the bad, as we say in punting circles.
So a high free kick's going to go to Harvey Roberts. So the margin back to 3 points. Good goal from Fraser Robb. Keeps it low, just into the hands of his teammate, but it wasn't deemed a mark. Now it's a 50-50 battle. They're soldiering on here, the Saints, and the free kick's going to occur between wing and half forward out of side. So Fraser Robb again in the thick of the action. Too much on the kick. Well read by Sam Crawley. Works it over the top, looking for a rundle. Pressure applied there by Couch. He kept it alive. Jumping on it was Hoy. Hamburg out to Couch. Got it to Grail, and that was clever. Will it bounce sit? No, it won't. It goes as far as Fowler at the tip of the centre square, and he's wrapped up.
He got pinged.
And he's done. Young Fowler, so Neve will get the free kick. So a bit of momentum with the Saints. Neve kicks into the pocket. Burn territory, picks it up on the half volley, looks to centre it. Well done there by Maloney, that was Alex. Little chip kick outside defensive 50 to get it out of there, and he'll go inside the centre square. Hobbs, the 50-50 contest. Bradley did well to work it forward. As far as Hutchins, only as far as Couch. Done the fend off too high, and the free kick's going to go.
There we go. Gee whiz,
he did not muck around there.
No, he wasn't happy with the attention on his coach. And we're going to be interested to see
he
what
hasn't
happens
been
here.
sprung either, I don't think, McLean.
Geez, it might be.
My God, there was no. Everyone else at the ground had a look.
They've got him off. Let's go and cool the jets, but he wasn't happy with the attention. It was a fend off and a don't argue from Couch onto Taylor, and Taylor's got the resultant free kick.
Well, I think it's been done in the opposite a few times.
He gets a game next week anyway, McLean.
It's unbelievable, but yeah, it's going to liven this crowd up, I reckon, too, because it was right in front of both coaches' boxes, right in front of the bar, and right in front of the commentary box.
Good move to get him straight off.
It probably took Couch a fair bit by surprise, I'd say.
Here goes Carlin. Steps onto the right boot. He kicks it forward. Look at Taylor's work ethic. Now he's gone down deep. And it stacks on the mill. And the Koroit runners just go out to Will Couch because he's steaming now. So there's going to be a bit happening next time, I reckon, the ball.
I want our man to come back on.
So here go the Bloods. All of a sudden, this game, 1-1-7, Koroit. 1-4-10 Terang Mortlake. That is on the Solomon's tile scoreboard.
Half forward line for the Bloods. Hoy gets the kick out. The man back there for the Bloods was Hobbs, but it was over his head. It bounced highly. Good enough to get in the end. And he moves it forward with a bit of a scrappy kick. Carlin in there. So the contest is heated up around the ball. Some strong tackling. Bit of pushing and shoving. And the ball will be thrown up by umpire Millard. So he gets it moving straight away. Free kick, too high. And it was against Hobbs for a little bit of high contact with the push. Just trying to nudge him off the ball. Bradley gets it moving. Looking for Rob. Neve under pressure. Gets it back to Rob. Lost it. And there is Hutchins. Diving on it was Vickers. And Vickers in the back of Rob. And he'll get the free kick as well. So bit of heat in the game. Half forward to destination. Punched away there by Maloney from Dobson. I think we are around the grounds, Matt.
All thanks to Matco Hire, of course, since season 2025. Let's go to the friendly South Warrnambool v Warrnambool.
20-minute mark, third quarter, South Warrnambool 6-9-45, Warrnambool 5-5-35.
And beautifully done, Ash. We're going to go up to Camperdown. Camperdown taking on the North Warrnambool Eagles. Skeeter Cannon, what's the latest, Skeets?
Yeah, it's all happening down here. The Lions boys are stirring a few up and they get a bit excited in the crowd here. But we're about... Luke Lyons just goes back and spots that goal, and 18 minutes into the third quarter, North Warrnambool 6-7-43, Camperdown 3-3-21.
Sounds like there's a bit going on in that contest down there at the Lura Oval. Let's go to Portland v Port Fairy. Mick Finnegan, what's the latest, Mick?
23.5-minute mark of the third quarter, and Portland 10-10-70, Port Fairy 3-7-25.
So the Tigers doing it comfortably over there. Gee whiz, I tell you what, Ice, this game is really heightening up here too. There's a little bit going on here all of a sudden. A lot of players, I said, right in front of the boxes here and right in front of the bar. Let's go to Bobby Thomas, Cobden v Hamilton. What's the latest, Bob?
15-minute mark of the third. Cobden 7-4-46, Kangaroos 5-10-40.
So the Bombers just slightly looking for their first victory in season 2025. Here goes Jack Block for the Saints. Handball goes in to McCutcheon, back to Peterson. Peterson's got a bit of space and time. Sets it up, going back. Oh, good mark in the end to Alex Maloney. Saints faithful looking for a free kick there, but it wasn't to be. Kick goes forward, missing target. Coming through there was Block. Robinson's there also. And Poss, you can just sense there's a little bit happening, isn't there, in this contest?
Yeah, well, it's almost like waiting for the cyclone to hit land, isn't it? I think as this goes on, and as long as it stays close like this, I think we're going to see some very exciting footy later on.
It's a 3-point lead to Terang Mortlake here. Hampden League Live match of the day. We're only into the second quarter. Later start this afternoon in Hampden League Live. Peterson, here's little Desi O'Keefe, just overruns a football. Good pick up that time by Vickers. Intercepted though. Here goes Grayland, running shot on goal. Pulls it just to the right. It misses everything. And it goes out of bounds on the full. And we are going to have a resultant free kick. 15 minutes gone, second term ice.
It is. Couch coming off for a rest. Looking rather bemused, but he's fine. And we're waiting for McLean still to come back onto the ground.
So the Bloods deep in defensive 50. Kick comes out. It's a game of defence at the moment. Hutchins takes a nice mark. It's a pack mark in the end. That's Riley. He goes short or further afield to Hobbs, who wanted to give it back to Hutchins. The big man, he sinks the boot into it, but it's all Koroit. They got numbers, bouncing football, just bounces. A good result will be go out of bounds here and find touch. And it's definitely the scoring end, I reckon, just where Koroit are kicking in this second quarter, isn't it, Ike?
Yeah, I think it appears as though it is, but gee, it's going to be a tight contest. I mean, 2 goals scored for the day, and we're 15 minutes into the second quarter, and just doesn't. It won't be a high scorer by any stretch, Matty.
No, absolutely. So coming through that time was the Saints. Neves in there. Campbell was also in there for the Saints. He developed into a nice player too, Angus Campbell. McCosh's been good in the ruck today. Good contest, him and Hobbs.
Yeah, I reckon once again, because he's had a share of it as well, hasn't he?
That's good. Big Jakey's done well. So it's going to be Casey, the Irishman, who just whacks it out of the air. Dobson just misses the target that time, and the ball goes out of bounds. So only 2 goals kicked in 1.5 quarters, Hilly.
Yeah, it's unfamiliar territory, really, isn't it? We haven't sort of seen this low scoring before, but it's a real battle of the defences, that is for sure. So the front position was McCosh. He got it straight down the throat of Louis Taylor, gets it a half forward. Trying to trap it there was Baxter, and he's wrapped up. No space to get it through. And you've got to be lucky to have a little bit of space, Ice, because there's not much on offer.
No, and it's just, as Matty said, a Mexican arm wrestle, Indian arm wrestle.
Here's Block. He did well. He got through the clearance, and nice bit of body work by Bradley, but he's pushed a rundle out of the way right in front of the umpire. And a free kick's going to go back to the Bloods. So this has sort of been the theme of the day. Back and forth, back and forth. The kick's really good to Maloney.
Really a perfect kick, wasn't it? He's a lovely mover, isn't he, Arundel?
He doesn't cough up the footy all that much, no. Joey Arundel. He's a ripper. So the short kick to Tyler Vickers. Spent a lot of time forward last week, playing more down in defence. And bucks up the ground on that outer side wing. So 1-4-10 leading Terang Mortlake to 1-1-7 the Koroit Saints. Buck looks to get some distance with the kick. And it's going to be intercepted, play on. It was touched. And a free kick's going to go to the Bloods because Stevens didn't get it out in time. So what can the Bloods generate here? They're between wing and half forward, outer side. Zeke Reeves the man. He'll go short by a foot, finds Taylor, who's accumulating the football once again. And he looks to get that ball moving nice and quick, still to half forward. So there's still a few kicks away from home. And he's the man that he wanted to get, Hutchins. He wanted to get Taylor, but it wasn't to be. And it was Peterson who was good enough to see the ball over the boundary line. We'll have a boundary throw in. Pius, let's go to you all. Thanks to B&B Furniture Plus Mobility and Movement Solutions.
Yeah, good on you, boys. I was just talking to Couchy on the boundary line. He said, Nobody seen that. And I said, no, I don't think so.
Good fun, isn't it? So here go the Saints. They're trying to build through Hoy and Block, far out of side. Carlin intercepts though this time. He gets a quick kick forward. Getting back though there is Campbell, reading it better. A bit of the Blake shins about him. Campbell, all kick was smothered that time by Bark. All of a sudden now they're under a little bit of pressure. Miller's in there. And we are going to have a resultant ball up 45 metres out. Ticked over 19 minutes gone in this second term. Dobson, he gets a handball further afield. Quick kick forward. Bouncing football. It's going to go out of bounds. Yes, it is. Right in front of the commentary box here at Victoria Park. Koroit bathed in sunshine. And it is 1-1-7 Koroit. Terang Mortlake 1-4-10. That is on the Solomon's Tile scoreboard. Coming up at half-time, it's a scoreboard. Well, half-time at Netball of the Week, all thanks to Crawley's Milk Bar. Go. And Terang and Poss cheering something home downstairs. Good mark taken in the end by Mooney. He's been such a good player, Dallas Mooney, for such a long time for the Saints. And I know his old man Joe, who'll be watching and reading and having a look at that election stuff tonight. He goes further afield. Good mark to that man McCosh. Already he's been good, Jakey, today. Plays on to Block, who's a raking left foot kick. Pack's going to fly. Dobson! I'll pay it, Eddie. Gee whiz, that was a good grab for mine. And Sammy gets up the bottom of the pack. He looks at Eddie and says, come on, mate. How many frosts did you have on Thursday? Because that was a fair grab for mine. That was a Lucas Brothers highlight of the day.
Yeah, it was terrific, wasn't it? And the fly from Boom was equally as good. Free kick's going to be applied here. It's going to go to the Saints.
Might be the evener upper, I reckon.
And I reckon the man might be Jack Block, so it's going to be suitable for him because he's a left footer. It's on the right side for a left footer. And Jack Block, we know he's going to have no issue with the distance, but it's just allowing and weaving it through that wind, which has a bit of swirl. So the Bloods are pretty well led from the very get-go. But if Block can nail this one, the Saints get the lead. So it's 3 points the margin. He'll kick from 35 metres out. Comes in, and it's working dead straight. They fly, but it goes over the point line, and it will be a minor score for Saints. So 1-2-8. On the National Tile scoreboard, 1-4-10 Terang Mortlake, and we've played 21 and a half minutes with Arundel kicking out just in the nick of time, and Liam O'Connor, I should say.
We went back to Chris's dad training in the great Gabalite there for a minute.
McLean, short kick, hits up a teammate. O'Connor keeps on running, and he'll go down the wing, but only as far as Hodgins for the Saints. He takes the intercepting mark, and he's been pretty solid for him this afternoon.
He's been very good, mate. This young kid, as Chris said in the pre-game, he's got better with every game. Carlin just lost that one in the sun. Coming through was Grayland. He couldn't quite take it. Free kick for a leg. And it's going to go to the Bloods. And that is Matty Baxter. Baxter finds Hutchins. That's Riley. This kid's turned into a real star of the competition, just racks them and stacks them each week. He goes out further afield. Casey was the target. Mooney comes through. A little bit of 1-2 action there from Rob. Puts Harrington and puts Rob under a little bit of pressure. Lockie Rook. Haven't seen a lot of Rook this afternoon. And it stacks on the mill right out here on centre wing. And it's great to see play out in front of us. This side doesn't happen very often, boys, but it is today.
Yeah, in the big room here at Koroit, life's pretty good, Matt, isn't it?
Hey, Poss, you're back to winner downstairs, mate.
No, I didn't in the end.
Oh. he's gone
You weren't on the leader at Caulfield too, Poss, were you?
No, I was on the leader at Morfordville.
Oh, there you go.
Punch it. Here goes Koroit. Dobson gets it further afield. Neve. Oh, could have been taken high. Dobson goes and gets it. No, he doesn't. Crawley's there. Handball over the top. Bouncing football. Will it sit up for Hoysey? Oh, they took each other out there. The two Koroit boys. Now the Terang Mortlake defence. They combine through Carlin. Chip kick to Wareham. Geez, I like this kid. He's a smooth mover.
Yeah, from a good family, the Wareham.
Yeah, there hasn't been many bad Wareham footballers, has there?
No way, has there. Sits this one up. Bucks go. He nearly went early again, Bucky. Didn't have to. Just judged it better. Goes further afield, Casey. No, it's Hobbs. And Big Hobbsy doesn't let him down. Plays on to Hutchins. Hutchins' right foot shot on goal. Umpire doesn't even move. He even kept his hands in his pockets, I reckon.
Bit of polish from Hutchins.
That's the most iconic and relaxed umpire I've ever seen. He just stood there. He did not flinch. And the ball went over his head.
I'd say he got the quaddy thirsty too at Warrnambool.
He's the most cool, calm and collected bloke I've ever seen. 2-4-16 the Bloods, 1-2-8 Koroit, 24 minutes gone, Solomon's tile scoreboard. Let's go around the grounds, Hilly. It is Warrnambool. No, I'm going to go firstly to the contest. I've got to just think about it off the top of my head. It's Warrnambool v South. Ash Kelson up at the friendlies.
Yeah, you there, boys? Yep.
Yes.
South Warrnambool's got a goal there through Flynn Atkinson. It was pretty tight before that. 7-9-51. And Warrnambool 8-7-43. 8 points. It's going to be a good
8-point game. Good last quarter coming up there. Camperdown take on the North Warrnambool Eagles. Skeeter, what's the latest up there, buddy?
Yeah, 30 minutes into the third quarter, Matty, and Snooze Wines just has a shot. Charlie McKinnon just takes the mark in the goal square, so he'll go back and shouldn't kick another goal for North Warrnambool. And he does, and he goes to 8-7-55, leading Camperdown 4-4-28.
So the Eagles just on top over Camperdown late in the third quarter. Mick Finnegan, Portland, Port Fairy. Was all Portland in the first quarter, Mick. The Seagulls come back.
Port Fairy Seagulls come back a bit in that third quarter, showed a bit more spirit. Just started the last quarter and scores Portland 10 goals, 10-70. To Port Fairy 3-8-26.
Portland Tigers getting the job done, and Cobden take on Hamilton. Bob Thomas, what's the latest, Bobby?
Yeah, 25-minute mark of the third quarter. Cobden 8-5-53. Hamilton Kangaroos 6-11-47.
Good game down there as well, Hilly.
Yeah, Ripper. And back here, the Saints have got the pocket available through Bradley. Here's McCutcheon. Oh, he ducked and he got maybe taken high.
Oh, he's paid it.
And he's got the free kick, Blair McCutcheon. So he's tight on the boundary, 25 metres out. And I'm interested to see what he does here. With the wind, he may go the conventional drop punt and try to work it around, or will he go the check side? We'll wait and see. But if he's able to nail it, it brings the margin back to 2 points. McCutcheon kicks it very close to the man on the mark, and it's out of bounds on the full. He didn't have much width to work with where he was running up from, and the free kick will go to the Blood. So 2-4-16 Terang Mortlake, 1-2-8 Koroit. 26 and a half minutes ticked over on the league contracting time clock. The kick in now. They fly from behind. That was Hoy. He got it, and then he was tackled straight away. And we'll have a stoppage. Gee, the umpires have been busy this afternoon. Stoppage after stoppage. It's been that type of game. Bradley with a commanding hit out. They work it back through. Slater gets it on the left boot. The Saints have got numbers. Hoy's there, and he'll bomb it inside forward 50. Alex Maloney floating as a loose man in defence, and he punches it over the boundary line. And we'll have a boundary throw in. A win there for the Bloods.
The Maloney boys, the brothers, they're just tag teaming Dobson, aren't they? Just trying to not make it easy on Sammy Dobson this afternoon. So the ball deep in Koroit's forward 50. This time it's Bradley going up against Hobbs. Going nowhere there was Jack Block, and we're going to have another ball up. So it's an 8-point lead to the Bloods. Deep in junk time now in his second quarter. Reading it beautifully there was Block. Gets through a couple of tackles. Bouncing football. Good fist. Good defensive play. Once again there by Will Maloney. Dobson, and the ball goes out of bounds. I thought just for a minute it was going to just bounce maybe over the top there. Block's been good, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been terrific, and he's had a great start to the year too, Jack Block. He's been able to push his way up the ground. Here's Grayland in the pocket as a rash shot at goal, and it's out of bounds on the full, and a free kick to the Bloods. But he sort of worked his way from a back pocket to a half-back flank to a wing, and now he's one of their prime movers on the ball. So free kick will go to Terang Mortlake, Matty Baxter. Just waiting for the football to come back into his hand. It's an 8-point margin as we're nearing half-time. 2-4-16 to 1-2-8, and that's all thanks to National Tiles, Teddy Becks and the team on Raglan Parade Warrnambool. So Baxter will kick out. Dobson's there, as is Hobbs. Stevens back into the forward 50 for the Saints. They've got the outnumber, and that's Maloney. He bombs it on the boot. They're going to jump and they're going to fly, and Rook nearly took it on the second grab. Good bit of soccer work by Vickers. Only as far as Mooney. The kick back towards half forwards, punched away by Tyler Vickers. And we'll have a throw up, and we'll go to pass, all thanks to B&B Furniture plus Mobility Movement Solutions.
Yeah, good on you, Hilly. I just been keeping a little bit of an eye on Jira and Quarrel. He doesn't look 100% comfortable. He's sort of come off the ground 5 minutes or so ago, and he's sort of just bending on his haunches a bit, so not sure whether he's just fatigued or he might even be a little bit crook, maybe.
I reckon he's copped the cork poss. I've seen him myself come off, and he's just trying to run something out, isn't he?
For Koroit Pharmacy, we'll just keep an eye on that one as the second half gets underway.
Hey, what about around the grounds? All thanks to Matco Hire. Fair dingham, the Bulldogs have absolutely towed up the Port Adelaide Power by 90 points at Mars Stadium in Ballarat. That is a hell of a victory.
They're not doing anything wrong, are they, the Bullies?
No, absolutely not.
Bulldogs are going sensationally well. So coming up is Adelaide Carlton. That game starts at 4:15 this afternoon. So that is around the grounds, all thanks to Matco Hire, boys. Not an overly entertaining. It's a real kind of Mexican standoff, isn't it? 2-4-16 the Bloods, 1-2-8 Koroit. There's not a lot happening in this first half.
Well, there was little bits and pieces happening in a physical sense, but she's a tight contest, Matty, that is for sure. And it just doesn't look like a game that's going to break open at any stage, is it?
Well, see, in these conditions, there's a little bit of breeze around, we know that, but it's a perfect day for footy, isn't it?
Well, it is. Like you said, the breeze obviously having some sort of impact, but I think it's just that both sides are just playing such a tight, close-in, contested ball game, aren't they?
They are, and no space to work through. Everything that when one player gets the footy, he's got two or three really close by.
And the pressure, and I reckon... No, I shouldn't say that, because Koroit's probably been nearly as good, but the pressure, especially from Terang Mortlake when Koroit do get hold of the footy, is enormous.
Oh, it has been. And they were good last week in that second half against Cobden. I reckon their pressure really lifted, and they were able to get scores from that pressure gauge. But yeah, gee whiz, 3 goals to a game at half time. It isn't set the world on fire scoreline wise, but yeah, certainly an entertaining game between the 50s. Obviously both backlines working really, really hard to try and generate something. But
there'll be some tired boys too, by the time this game ekes out, because, like you said, it's extremely physical, a contest to contest. And the umpires too, let's give them a little mention, because I reckon they've done a pretty good job, but I reckon they'd be weary enough too, because I reckon they've thrown the ball up and in a lot of times.
Hey, listen, boys, halftime show's about to fire up, all thanks to Crawley's Milk Bar in Terang. We're going to take a break. On the other side, the netball of the week will join Lockie Rook.
3YB FM's Hampton League Live.
For our broadcast partners, Warrnambool Nissan, Badeness Rural, McDonald's Warrnambool Eastern Central, Sungold Fresh Local Milk, and Harvey Norman Warrnambool.
It's a place for the coaches.
Pickles are coming off and the bacon's going on.
The defenders.
Oi. Ooh.
And those who love a good smother. What? And at full time, you always go home with the chocolates.
Warrnambool's Harvey Norman is the destination for electrical, computers, bedding and furniture. See your local team of experts from all departments for the massive range of products from the world's biggest brands. Explore TVs, audio, white goods and small appliances. Laptops, PCs, mobile phones and smartwatches. Indoor, outdoor furniture and recliners. Bedding and bedroom furniture all in the one store. Get the best advice from the local experts at the destination for electrical, computers, bedding and furniture. Your locally owned Harvey Norman, Raglan Parade, Warrnambool.
The wait is over. All new Nissans have arrived in Warrnambool and it's been worth the wait too. Sharp modern design with the latest in all new tech and safety. Prepare to be moved by the all new Qashqai, Pathfinder and X-Trail. Come and see the team at Warrnambool Nissan today.
Time to get up, time to walk to the bus stop, open up the shop, time for you, time for me, loving everything you see. The sun is up, time to take on the world this time. Time to wake up, time to climb to the top. Welcome to the world where the sun is always gold and it's waiting just for you. Time to get into life where the sun is always gold. Sungold.
Badeness Rural is locally owned and committed to serving the needs of the local community with a huge range of over 6,500 products and services backed by almost 150 years of industry experience and knowledge. The range includes pet and stock feeds, dairy, beef and sheep farming supplies, hobby farm supplies, rural equipment and tools, plus agronomy services including seed and chemical supplies. Drop in and see the team today at Badeness Rural, corner Raglan Parade and Caramit Road, Warrnambool.
Have you been injured at work, in a public place or in a motor vehicle accident? Let us help you secure the compensation you deserve. Madden's Lawyers, with you every step of the way.
It's a place for the coaches.
Pickles are coming off and the bacon's going on.
The defenders.
Oi. Ooh.
And those who love a good smother. What? And at full time, you always go home with the chocolates.
The wait is over. All new Nissans have arrived in Warrnambool and it's been worth the wait too. Sharp modern design with the latest in all new tech and safety. Prepare to be moved by the all new Qashqai, Pathfinder and X-Trail. Come and see the team at Warrnambool Nissan today.
The Flying Horse is more than just a pub. It's the perfect spot to kick back with friends or family, indulge in a delicious meal from the new menu and wood-fired kitchen. Celebrate in one of their multiple function rooms. Catch up with mates in the sports bar or TAB. Grab a slab from the Thirsty Camel bottle shop. There's even a courtesy bus. Plus, don't miss Locals Night every Thursday night with food and drink specials, live music and more. For the perfect venue, it's got to be the Flying Horse, of course.
Hampton League Live.
For Badeness Rural, Southwest Conveyancing, Rafferty's Tavern, Warrnambool 24/7 Gym and Greg Allen Farm Machinery.
94.5 3YB FM. BFM.
Afternoon, it's your Hampton League Live, half-time break. Lockie Rook here, and it's time to chat to our netballer of the week. It's all thanks to Crawley's Milk Bar in Terang, the best chips and gravy in the southwest. If you're heading to Terang, even at Cobden, Camperdown, Mortlake, make sure you detour and get yourself to Crawley's Milk Bar in Terang. Our round 3 netballer of the week comes to us from the Koroit Saints, and it is Emily Kameen. Good afternoon, Emily.
Hello, how are we?
I'm fantastic. Congratulations on winning our netballer of the week. Crawley's Milk Bar voucher is coming your way for round number 3, your performance there, which, look, it feels like forever ago because your round 3 performance was against South Warrnambool back on Good Friday. Easter, it feels like forever ago.
It was a long time ago, but it was a good game, and the girls had definitely a good hit out, and we had Indio kind of back from her Vic State, so that was really good as well. That was her first game for the season. But yeah, it was a long time ago, wasn't it?
Absolutely. I want to touch on that game because obviously not the result that you were after coming up in the grand final rematch, I should say, too, against South Warrnambool. A fantastic side, and you guys have had some great battles over the years. What were some things that you took out of the game as a team? Because obviously, you know, South Warrnambool been the benchmark in the Hampton League for a long time now.
Well, I think we really challenged them in the second and third quarter. Our first, we'll admit, wasn't our best, but in the second and third, we definitely pegged it back and went goal for a while in that third quarter as well. And we've got some young girls coming through in Chloe Gleeson, getting on the court as well. So we've had some changes. And we have Rosie Dobson back, which is great as leadership down the front line as well. And Hannah Keefe came on, I think, and goal shooter, and did a great job under there as well. But yeah, our aim was to bring intensity and play our hardest, and it was only April. We've still got a long season to go, so I'm sure the next time we might get closer as well.
Yeah, for sure. And what about yourself, best on court? So how do you look back on your performance and how you performed against South Warrnambool?
Well, I was playing goalkeeper, which last year I was a goal defence predominantly, but as I said, changes. So Yeah, I think I did okay. I've got one young Chloe Gleason in the defence as well, so teaching her and helping her out as well as we go. So we talk a lot at training about different things and showing her. And being a teacher, I talk a lot, and hopefully she understands what I say. But no, I think I did okay. Must have done okay.
Absolutely. Now, what about, the change from goal defence to goalkeeper? Yes, in the same defensive third, but I'm sure a lot of changes. Would that be fair?
Yeah, some changes, and it's good playing goalkeeper. You can see more of the ball coming down the court, and there's not as much running at goalkeeper, which you can't complain about too much. So yeah, seeing the ball come down is really good, and I can catch my breath and help talk to the girls down the front line as well, which is good.
And tell us about how you came to Koroit, because last year was your first season with the Saints, have been from around the Hampden League region, but had spent some time away. Tell us how you got to the Saints.
Well, me and my partner were in Scotland, and we decided we wanted to build a house, and we had to move back with my parents to Hamilton. And Stacey O'Sullivan coached me in interleague when I was under 15, and I'm pretty sure she tried to get me for 10 years. So I asked her, and she said, "Oh, could you play this year?" And I'd already committed elsewhere, and we ended up working out that I could qualify around the buys in Geelong and playing Good Friday, and we had a couple of Friday games last year, and yeah, so Stacey O'Sullivan got me there, and yeah, being very lucky.
Yeah, I'm sure she would have been very persuading as well, Stacey. How have you enjoyed it? And obviously, you mentioned your partner's come down. He's playing footy at the Saints too. How have you guys enjoyed it at the Saints?
Yeah, it's really good. I'm enjoying it with the young girls, helping teach them just how Stacey helped teach me. And it's also nice being around Bat as well, who I'm pretty sure the first game I played against her, she knocked me over, and I got so excited that Emily Bat knocked me on the ground.
What a story to have.
I know, and she tells me that story too. And my partner's loving it as well, and he's got his friends that he's already made, and they've really made him feel welcome, which is really important. And some of the girls have been wonderful, and yeah, it's been really enjoyable.
Tell us about this Koroit side, because I think last year, obviously making it all the way to a grand final, and underestimated, I'm sure, in a lot of people's books too. Such a young outfit, Emily. Like, it is unbelievable to see how many girls are under 18 but playing some quality netball. And then do you nearly class yourself as a bit of a veteran of the side? The average age is that young. Tell us about this Koroit
That's
Saints.
a little bit insulting. I'm not that old.
No, I know. This is the thing. In terms of age, it's nearly like there's a lot of the girls that are so young but so good at netball.
Oh, they're amazing. Well, I think people underestimated people like Indy O'Connor, who she's amazing. She's just a quiet achiever, does what she needs to do, and she's tall, which helps. And then you've got Shelby O'Sullivan, that's a little pocket rocket. You've got Hannah O'Keefe, who comes in, Edie Batt, who made her debut in round one, who played a great game. You've got Chloe Gleason at goal defence taking on girls that are bigger and solider than her, not in a mean way or anything, but they've played for a long time, and they know how to use their bodies, and they're just doing such an amazing job, and they're like sponges. They want to listen to everything that you're saying and try and do it for you as well, which is great.
Now, just for the record, I wasn't classing on age. Experience is where I was going with that. Just putting that for the record. I think it's fantastic, and I know I got the chance to speak to Danielle McInerney last year, and she loved everything about the youthful exuberance. From that experience in the GFL as well that you've had, does that are you able to sort of lean on that knowledge? Because I mean, that's high quality netball down Geelong way as well. Are you able to sort of lean on that knowledge and help those girls?
Yeah, definitely. And I was very fortunate. I had some really good coaches when I was down in Geelong as well. I actually had Jill Leader, the Camperdown coach, as a coach when I was down there, and she was just a wealth of knowledge as well. So bringing that back has definitely given me something to communicate with the girls as well.
And tell us finally about the club itself. A really tight-knit community out there is Koroit. How welcoming have they been, and have you loved being around the club?
Oh, it's really good, really enjoying it. I've made some really good friends already, and they just suck you in. They want you around. They want to know what you're doing. And I actually stayed at Emily Batt's house on a Thursday, so it cuts down on some travel for me from Hamilton. So, and my partner stays at Mac Peterson's house as well. during the week to help him with his travel too. So it's just they're trying to support us as much as we want to play and be around.
Yeah, how good is that? And finally, Emily, what about the Saints? Can you go all the way this year and go one better?
Never say die. We definitely can.
I love it. Hey, congratulations on being our round 3 netballer of the week. A Crawley's Milk Bar voucher coming your way. Good luck for the rest of the season, and we appreciate you jumping on and having a chat.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
3YBFM's Hampton League. 3YBFM's Hampton League Live.
For our broadcast partners, Warrnambool Nissan, Bade Ness Rural, McDonald's Warrnambool Eastern Central, Sungold Fresh Local Milk and Harvey Norman Warrnambool.
The wait is over. All new Nissans have arrived in Warrnambool and it's been worth the wait too. Sharp modern design with the latest in all new tech and safety. Prepare to be moved by the all new Qashqai, Pathfinder and X-Trail. Come and see the team at Warrnambool Nissan today.
Time to get up, time to walk to the bus stop, open up the shop, time for you, time for me, loving everything you see. The sun is up, time to take on the world this time. Time to wake up, time to climb to the top. Welcome to the world where the sun is always gold and it's waiting just for you. Time to get into life where the sun is always gold. Sungold.
It's a place for the coaches.
Pickles are coming off and the bacon's going on.
The defenders.
Oi. Ooh.
And those who love a good smother. What? And at full time, you always go home with the chocolates.
Warrnambool's Harvey Norman is the destination for electrical, computers, bedding and furniture. See your local team of experts from all departments for the massive range of products from the world's biggest brands. Explore TVs, audio, white goods and small appliances. Laptops, PCs, mobile phones and smartwatches. Indoor, outdoor furniture and recliners. Bedding and bedroom furniture all in the one store. Get the best advice from the local experts at the destination for electrical, computers, bedding and furniture. Your locally owned Harvey Norman, Raglan Parade, Warrnambool.
This autumn at Pearson's Nursery in Allensford, you'll find a stunning selection of vibrant, locally grown annuals and perennials. It's easy to see why Pearson's Nursery is one of the Southwest's best kept secrets. Visit Pearson's Nursery, Growers Road, Allensford, and discover the difference.
If I want to buy that house, I'll need a conveyancer. I should get online and...
In 200 metres, take the third exit onto Liebig Street.
I didn't turn on my GPS. Okay, I'm turning right.
In 100 metres, your destination will be on the left.
On the left.
You have arrived at your destination.
Southwest Conveyancing, but... Oh, well, that makes sense.
Take the hints to get you on the right path to buying your home. Contact the Warrnambool office or southwestconveyancing.com.au.
Bade Ness Rural is locally owned and committed to serving the needs of the local community with a huge range of over 6,500 products and services backed by almost 150 years of industry experience and knowledge. The range includes pet and stock feeds, dairy, beef and sheep farming supplies, hobby farm supplies, rural equipment and tools, plus agronomy services including seed and chemical supplies. Drop in and see the team today at Bade Ness Rural, corner Raglan Parade and Caramit Road, Warrnambool.
Delicious meals, kids' playroom, function room, big screen TV, sports, live music, courtesy bus. Rafford East Tavern has something for the whole family. Become a Hump member for special discounts at the Thirsty Camel drive-through bottle shop. Whatever the occasion, make it memorable at Rafford East Tavern.
The wait is over. All new Nissans have arrived in Warrnambool and it's been worth the wait too. Sharp modern design with the latest in all new tech and safety. Prepare to be moved by the all new Qashqai, Pathfinder and X-Trail. Come and see the team at Warrnambool Nissan today.
It's a place for the coaches.
Pickles are coming off and the bacon's going on.
The defenders.
Oi. Ooh.
And those who love a good smother. What? And at full time, you always go home with the chocolates.
Need something welded or fabricated? See Warrnambool Sheet Metal. Commercial kitchens, benches, exhaust and new canopies, handrails, gates, mailboxes and toolboxes. There's not much Warrnambool Sheet Metal can't do. Braithwaite Street.
Hampton League Live.
For McDonald's Warrnambool Eastern Central, MGA Insurance, the Hampden Vet Clinic and Lucas Brothers Butchers.
94.5 3YB FM.
Bloods, as they come back, have been out here in position, waiting to go once again. Saints laid onto the field here, Hilly, and I thought the umps were all just thinking about it. Eddie Dawes gone over there a couple of times and said, come on, how'd you come? That might have been interesting.
I guess the timings, obviously, this is the first time that the Saints have held a hybrid Saturday, so obviously the timings are a little bit out, so maybe that may be a case why they're a little bit late behind.
Hey, Poss, young Neve coming straight to the bench here, and he does not look... Really, he looks proppy, doesn't he?
Yeah, I was just about to give you a yell there, Stewie, because, watching him run off, he's definitely not moving 100%. He's just sort of pointing to his groin area, so maybe a groin. Because you'd think if it was a corky, you'd get a little bit of mobility back, wouldn't you? But, no, he's definitely struggling.
Yeah, big loss too. He's a big, important player. So ball back in the middle, about to get the third quarter underway. Big fist that time there by Hobbs. McCosh goes and gets it. Quick kick. He was dispossessed. Taylor's in there. So a nice physical start to this third term. Both sides with a fair bit at stake, looking for their second win in season 2025. Hobbs, McCosh. Free kick's going to go to young McCosh here for too high. So Jakey will launch the ball into attack. For the Koroit Saints, certainly went over there in the box.
He will, and he's been good today, McCosh. He'll go to half forward. And a nice mark taken in the end by Mac Peterson. He judged it so nicely. So Peterson gets the handball moving to block. He launches from 50. This would be a great start, and it's a minor score. Geez, the purchase off the kick was good, but the accuracy just not quite there, and a minor score for the Saints. They go to 139. Trailing Terang Mortlake 2-4-16. That is on the national tiles scoreboard. And it would have been a great start for the Saints. So they'll kick in now and they'll bring it to the broadcast side. The kick has to be good to Vickers. It is. Well weighted kick in the end by Harvey Roberts.
So that sun's tricky now, Trent.
Yeah, it's got a bit of kick, hasn't it? And a little bit of shine. Vickers gets it out of D50. The Eyes catching a few and so Miller's up the ground and he got the handball out only as far as Reeves, and he'll get it over the top to Hutchins. Side steps, gets the handball out into a bit of space for Reeves. He's under enormous pressure. He lost it, then he got it, then he handballs it, and then he gets it to McLean, and then he gets it to Darcy Hutchins. Bucks wrapped up, and Bucks gone. That was good tackling pressure there by the Saints. They've come up with a bit of vigour when the opposition have got the ball, and Grayland and Campbell did extremely well.
So really good start to this third quarter from both these sides. The pressure's up. Campbell's told to play on, so he kicks further afield. McCosh, good fist away that time. Over the top by Vickers, who's been really good. Start thinking about Matthews Petroleum Player of the Day, boys. Phil Kelly, has the crowd dispersed or they're still here? They're loving this contest.
Yeah, no, they're still here, Stewie, but they're not... Well, there's not much roaring going on, obviously, because there's not a lot of scoring going on. But it's just a lot of anticipation at the moment.
Louis Taylor reading it beautifully off the pack once again. Bouncing football. Does it stay in? Yes. Oh, no, it doesn't. Ball goes out of bounds. So
Harrington probably done okay on Louis Taylor too. He's quelled his influence a bit, hasn't he?
Now, he's done fantastic. But I'll tell you what is going to be a factor. This sun setting, because the way this ground sits, it's going to be right in players' eyes.
Well, it's in mine at the moment, which is more concerning.
But it is going to come into play.
Oh, it's going to be awkward.
Yeah, no, you're right.
So there's Hutchins. He was dispossessed. So was Rob. Louis Taylor. Quick handball comes out to Arundel. Goes back to Harvey Roberts. Roberts pumps the ball long into attack. Getting underneath it. Oh, going back and taking a beautiful mark was Dallas Mooney.
Yeah, his teammate.
Done that a few times, hasn't he?
Oh, he reads it so well. The sun didn't worry the moon man.
The sun and the moon.
So he's got, yes, good call, Eyes. He's got Liam Hoy, the Maskell medal winner. Hoy, generally a beautiful kick of the football, pumps it long and strong, goes out further afield. Reading it better that time was Malone. He couldn't quite pull in a one-hander. He goes back. Oh, taken without the football there was Byrne. It's a foot race now. It's Dobson. Reading that beautifully well was Will Maloney. He kicks out further afield looking for Vickers. Burns there, also Hoy. So the Saints got numbers. So Byrne got a little bit of space and time. Beautiful kick into Desi O'Keefe. O'Keefe left foot kick goes further afield. Just misses Rob. Gives them a chance, the Bloods. Through Taylor to Arundel. A running Joey Arundel. Chip kick inboard to Hutchins. Goes back to Arundel. Kick not good that time. I think it's gone out of bounds on the full. And boys, I've got a little bit of reflux from the sausage roll, to be honest, at half time. It's just coming up. I've got a little bit of hiccup.
Ants has got a bit to answer to.
Here they go. So it's going to be the Saints who'll get it out. Stevens flies. McCosh did as well. He's wrapped up by Vickers, and he's not going anywhere because we know Zay Vickers is a tackling machine. And so umpire Miller, just to get the ball back into his hands. Nominated Ruckman are going to jump at it. McCosh and Hobbs straight down the throat of Hoy. May have got a little bit of fraction of high contact.
Yeah, the umpire from off the ball's paid it, boys, because this officiating umpire was blindsided there. So good decision.
So Hoy, he'll get the resultant free kick. True centre wing, broadcast side. It's a 7-point ball game, and he'll go long to half forward. There's a plethora of bloods jumping at it, and Hobbs was the one that wins out. So where will he go next? So it hasn't reached any great heights this game. It's just been a good dour struggle. Wasn't his best kick, Hobbs. He got the Bronx cheers, and guess what? Fell into the hands of Darcy Hutchins.
You give the thumbs up to the crowd too. It's great.
This is Hutchins.
So Darcy to Riley. So Riley Hutchins told to play on now. He kicks down the line. Miller's there. Oh, good mark taken by McCosh. I've been impressed with this kid today. Stepping it up, big Jakey. Oh, kick not good to Couch. He's good enough to step through, high up and under. So Will Maloney goes back with a flight. Dobson just sat down that time. Byrne, he's wrapped up going nowhere. And let's go around the grounds, all thanks to Matco. South v Warrnambool up at the friendlies. What's the final score, Ash Kelson?
Yeah, we're just lucky to get another one there. We're at the 20-minute mark. South Warrnambool 9, 12, 66. Warrnambool 8, 7, 55. Anyone's game. Good game of footy.
Anyone's game up there, and there's still probably about 5 or 6 minutes at least to play. Back here it's McCosh again, who pulls in a nice mark. Let's go to Skeeter Cannon, North Warrnambool v Camperdown up at the Luro. What's the latest, Skeet?
Yeah, it's 20 minutes into the last quarter here, Matty, and it's all over bar the shouting. North Warrnambool just kick another goal and go to 12-12-84. Camperdown 4-6-30.
So the Eagles will remain undefeated. Them in Portland by the sounds of it. Let's go to Portland v Port Fairy. Mick Finnegan. Mickey, the Tigers got the job done.
Listen to this, Matty. Listen to this, mate.
It's a Tiger Seep song, Mick. I love it, big fella.
Yeah, 14-14-98. The Port Fairy 4-10-34. Big winners, Portland.
Big winners, Portland. For a minute, I thought the Portland Fairy Seagulls had performed a miraculous comeback, to be honest. That is unbelievable. He got the Saints into attack. It's Dobson. Byrne used his body well. Connor Byrne, can he grab it? No, he can't. Kicks it off the ground. Handball over the top. McCutcheon goals, does he? Yes. And the Saints, they bring the margin back to 1 point. They get a 2-3-15. Terang Mortlake 2-4-16. It's a low-scoring affair here, but geez, that was good play.
Byrne was just playing with them.
Just toying with it. Nearly a comedy of errors. Lights on here. Let's go to Bobby Thomas. Cobden v Hamilton. Bob, how much to go down there?
At the 20-minute mark, Kangaroos are 10-13-73. Cobden 8-7-55.
Gee whiz, topsy-turvy game, mate. So the Kangaroos, they get the job done, mate, or what?
Oh, I'm not confident.
How far down are they?
They're in head.
20 minutes.
Oh, they're in front. Oh.
Yeah, Cobden in the forward line now, so it's, we'll see how we go.
A little bit of play time there, and there's a little bit of play time too. Tyron Neese back on your right, Poss. So that's South and Warrnambool contest. We might go back to that, and we'll go back to Bob Thomas in the next couple of minutes, probably 4 or 5 minutes away, because they are the close games. The other games have been run and won effectively.
So, Saints, they've got a bit of a spring in their step. McCutcheon being one of those. Got the handball out, looking for Harrington over the top to Dobson. Fraser Robb just lurking, looking to handball it back. Here's Grayland, standing start towards goal. They jump at it, they mark the Saints.
Oh, Connor Byrne.
That was beautiful work by Connor Byrne. He'll go around, he'll have to work around it to dribble. An error there in the Bronx cheers are allowed.
The same spot as before.
And it's a minor score, so what was almost going to be an automatic goal becomes a minor score, and we've got level scores here at Victoria Park, 2-4-16 apiece.
Got to say it's closer than it would have been over at Portland, Matthew.
Oh, wow. Geez, he'd like that one back on at Burnley. He's done all the hard work too against Alex Maloney. Yeah, pointed him and took a nice mark.
Just wanted to play on quickly, but just wasn't the space to run into. So the Saints, they pepper again across half forward. Oh, good stretching mark. And that was by Will Maloney. They've been terrific, the Maloney boys, this afternoon. Goes deep, 50 to Arundel. And he's a class user, Joey Arundel. So he'll go towards the outer side. That's a great kick in the end to Louis Taylor, who was off and ready to go. And he'll play and he'll go short. McLean, Hope. Ball's going to go back over the mark. I don't think that's Taylor. So the Bloods, right back pockets. Looking to get that exit kick right. Through the fingers of Zay Biggers, so the Saints can pounce here through O'Keefe. Works it back to Ben Miller. Inside 50. Burns going to be at the end of it. And Byrne takes a mark on the lead.
Starting to get himself into this game, isn't he, Connor Byrne?
He is. He only needs 7 or 8 touches and he can be damaging. And he'll have a set shot 35 metres out, 45-degree angle, and maybe some redemption might be on the cards.
Well, he's been in everything. He's just made a couple of errors, hasn't he?
So Connor Byrne, looking for his first this afternoon, comes in and nails the kick, and that's a goal for the Saints. They hit the front. They kick their third, and they go to 3-4-22, leading Terang Mortlake 2-4-16 on the National Tile scoreboard. And 11 minutes gone on the league contracting time clock. Possum Kelly, all thanks to B&B Furniture.
Yeah, they've been on top this quarter, haven't they, the Saints, which I think is something they really would want to have worked on after a fade out in the last quarter last week. So all credit to them. They've dominated this quarter. But I just wonder, Hilly, whether you boys got it fixturing right and fixturing. We introduced Casey last week out here at Koroit for the Irish Festival. Would have been good. He's back in the ruck now.
He can stay over.
Yeah, he could.
The ball's back in the middle of the ground.
He would have had a beaut.
He might have been here for it, I reckon.
Probably was.
Heaps getting bigger and better, that Irish Festival, each and every year too. Connor Burns really lit this third quarter up. Nice diving mark. No, wasn't paid by the umpire there by Rob. A little bit of 1-2 action. Carlin combining this. Casey slipped over. Handball goes further afield. Into attack now through Hutchins. That's Darcy. Saints getting numbers back here. One of those is Stevens. Left foot clearing kick. It's going to come straight back. Goss Slater juggling. Does he keep it in? No, he doesn't.
Ooh, I thought he did.
He's got pace to burn, Joshy Slater, hasn't he? He's a young kid. He's only 16, 17 years old. And Louis Taylor gets around him and says, well done, young fella. Keep the head up high. Has the wind dropped off, Poss?
Yeah, it has, Stewie. Yeah, it has.
Obviously, we're just a little bit later contest. Here goes Hoy to O'Keefe. Oh, handball over the top to Campbell. McCutcheon back to Hoy. Oh, this is like a party trick here. McCutcheon to McCutcheon. Back to Hoy. And Hoy goes, gee whiz, too much excitement for me. I'm going to just walk it across and let's start again and regroup.
He had me, but he didn't use me.
It's hard to know what constitutes a handball these days. They're so quick with their hands, Poss.
Well, have a look. You watch the AFL.
Yeah,
they throw it. They literally throw it.
So Casey up against Bradley, wrapped up. And they jump on a free kick's going to go to the Saints, and that's Angus Campbell. So the momentum just flowing with the Saints at the moment. They're first in and they're getting the results. He'll go out to McCutcheon on half forward. Kicks effective. 6 points the margin. 22-16. Low scoring affair. Hard running by Campbell. He can run and have a shot at goal here. He does. He goes towards goal. The Saints, they take the mark. No play on, the umpire says. Here's Byrne. He after Burns. Right foot snap, Connor Byrne.
Oh, he's a great player, this kid, I tell you. He is an action machine.
Well, he could have had 4 in about 5 minutes here, but he's got a couple.
You can't keep him quiet because he is so dangerous in the air, on the ground. He is a freak, and that is a Lucas Brothers snag of the day, and that's his second of this third term, and the Saints extend their lead to 4-4-28, 2-4-16. Terang, Mortlake, Solomon's Tiles scoreboard. Let's go around the grounds. Ash Kelson, South v Warrnambool. Is it all over up at the friendlies, Ash?
Warrnambool just got a goal there. Just give me one tick. The scoreboard's gone off. We are 10 goals 13, and they are 9 goals 7. So 12 points at the 25-minute mark. So Mitch Bidmay just kicked one and then again. He's kicked, what's he kicked? He's kicked 4 now. He's played a very good game.
Beautifully done, Ash. Let's go to Bobby Thomas, Cobden v Hamilton. What's the latest down there, Bob? Can't be long to play.
The 27-minute mark, Kangaroos are 11-13 to 79. Cobden Bombers 8-8-56, just ticked over the 27-minute mark.
So the Kangaroos are going to get their first victory in season 2025 over the Cobden Bombers. That'll be great for Coach Brad Thomas as well. Oh, here goes Couch. Handball comes out, misses the target. Gathered there by McLeod. Kicks further afield. Oh, Taylor, who's drifted forward. This is where he's dangerous. He's got the leg if he swings around now. Goes short. Kick had to be good and wasn't. What's happened here? It's going to go back. I don't know why. I don't know how.
Back over here to Louis Taylor for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there, Poss. Anyway, Taylor's going to get another crack at it here. So he's right on the 50-metre arc. He'll have to kick from outside 50. Now he goes back and says, I'm going to have a shot here. He's not the longest kick, Louis. I think it might be because of those groins. I did notice last week he was keen to kind of drop a couple off short. Comes in. Yeah, runs around, sells some candy. Left foot shot on the run. No. Misses everything, does he? Yes, he does. Out of bounds on the full. He's a clever player, though, isn't he?
Oh, he knew exactly what he was doing there. He knew that it was going to be beyond his range. So why not try and include a party trick? And he's great on the left boot, but just wasn't straight enough on that occasion. So the Saints, they go to 4-4-28, the 2-4-16, 12 points the margin. And they've kicked the last 2 goals of this game. So they'll look to get it out of defensive 50, the Saints. Backing back, It was tough there by O'Keefe.
Courage.
He's a tough kid, that's for sure, and he's back into it for a second go. Vickers did really well. Here's Riley Hutchins over the top, looking for his brother. Awkward bounce, good enough to get it. He'll get it into the hands of Wareham, who was under pressure as well by the Saints' defence. Ball stays in. Hutchins keeps it alive. Check side towards goal, and a little bit narrow and a minor score, but he did so well 3 times, Darcy Hutchins. But it wasn't the score he was looking for, and one of those is a minor.
Geez, that was courageous by Des O'Keefe down there. That was a Brant John Deere no fair play of the day for mine, wasn't it?
Oh, and he got back up for that second effort as well. Gee whiz, kick had to be good there, and fingertipping it there was Liam Hoy. So they go to 2-5-17 to 4-4-28, 11 points the margin. The Koroit Saints lead in this hybrid fixture. Kick has to be good, it is. Finds Neve. He'll look for the short kick. Goes the handball to Stevens instead. And he'll get it long out of defensive 50 to the one-on-one. Graylen up against Baxter.
Hilly, I was just going to ask Poss what the breeze is doing. To me, it looks like it might have swung a little bit. Am I right, Poss, or not?
Yeah, well, it's probably swirling a little bit, Eyes, but it's not, as Matty mentioned before, it's probably not quite as strong as it was in the first half either, but it is a little bit swirly. It's gusting, so it's interesting.
Oh, beautifully roved off the pack there by Blair McCutcheon. Gets it to his brother. Oh, sorry, it was Dill McCutcheon to Blair McCutcheon. Here goes Scooter Carlin. Left foot. You don't know whether he's left or right, Scoot. Oh, good mark again. Gee whiz, he's been good again today, Dallas Mooney. That was a Peter Box Bridgestone highlight of the day. Kick had to be good. Put McCutcheon under pressure. Hobbs can't quite pick it up. Coming through. Bloods looking for a free kick and get one for holding the man. The resultant free kick will go to Vickers. There's for Terang Mortlake. Xavier Vickers. Where's the long sleeve? He goes out to Arundel. Generally a great user of the football is Joey Arundel. Oh, good mark, Slater. This kid's got some ability. As I said, I reckon he's only just turned 17, Joshy Slater.
Yeah, good kid, isn't he?
He squares it up. The movement. Oh, nearly a mark pulled in that time by Big Casey, the Irishman. And Fernigan, boys.
What's his history in football?
Sydney Swans. I think that's where Louis got to know him up there in New South Wales.
No, Reardon's the Sydney Swan. He's the mate of the Sydney Swan player.
So he came and played a bit though up there, didn't he? Up in the.
I think he may have
in the New South Wales.
He's just third in line.
39.
He's 30. He's number 35.
All through the hands that time. Coming through is McCutch and Dill. Handball's further afield. Oh, Hodgins. Jeez, he stepped through traffic. If he hadn't got pinged there, he's in trouble. He's in trouble, Bird. Here goes Lockie Rook. Handball goes out to O'Keefe. Left foot kick with poise, the kid.
Sorry.
So Rook goes to block.
There was three of them there that they couldn't quite nail Terang Mortlake.
Been a quarter here, dominated by the Koroit Saints. Getting back though, taking a nice mark, uncontested in the end was O'Connor.
Probably still a good 5 or 6 minutes to go though. We need to see Terang Mortlake hit back.
So O'Connor kicks out further afield. Burn flies early. He did touch it, but the free kick is going to go. It's going to go to young Hutchins Darcy. Little chip kick over the top to Vickers. And I'm running out of steam here, boys. Long day, long week.
So they kick long to half forward. They've got a number of players in the contest there. The Saints, and the handball's wheeled over to Harrington. Smart kick and finds Stevens.
You're right about Harrington on Taylor. He's done a good job, I reckon.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hoy has to work hard here to keep it in.
He's one of those blokes we've spoken in the past, Taylor, that he's almost untaggable. Well, today, Harrington's probably
done a
as
fair
close
job.
as you get.
Done a very fair job. So half forward line, the Bloods desperately need one here because the Saints have dominated the scoreboard, the national tile scoreboard. They lead by 11 points, 4-4-28 to 2-5-17.
Kick to the Bloods here, boys.
So they get a chance.
New
Wear
lights,
them.
new lights out here too.
Yeah, they only started, might have been the middle of last year or towards the back end of last year, the lights. So they'll be shining bright here at Vic Park. And young Wareham wanting to shine bright here for
Having
the
a deliberate
Bloods.
shot. He's setting himself right up, isn't he?
It's going to take one of his best.
Oh, yeah.
What I've seen though so far from this kid, he's got a lot of skill.
And they need one here, the Bloods, just to get back in tune with the Saints. He'll kick. The distance isn't going to reach. They're going to fly in the pack. Good punch. Snap goal there. And I reckon that's the Irishman.
It is.
It is Liam Casey for his first goal of Hampton football. Read it like bread and butter and set the goal.
Good player, isn't he? Good player.
And brings it back to 5 points, Gregory.
Yeah, well, for a big lad, he's pretty good with the ball at his feet as well. But he crumbed that magnificently.
The Gaelic footballer goes bang, and it is back to a 5-point margin here. So Victoria Park Koroit, we've still got about 5 or 6 minutes to play in this third term, and this game is evenly poised. Roosters look like they're going to get the job done over the Blues. North Warrnambool over Camperdown. Portland over Port Fairy. And the Kangaroos over Cobden.
When do Portland Camperdown play?
Well, next week, a Hammond League Live match of the day. 2 undefeated teams, boys. North Warrnambool v Portland out of Bushfield. We are back.
Oh, yeah, I meant that, sorry. North Warrnambool.
Next Saturday, mate.
Yep,
next
there you
Saturday,
go.
it is on. Louis Taylor just feeling his feet down there. 2 postes. Keep an eye on that one, all thanks to Koroit Pharmacy. Oh, look at that for a kick from the little Hoisin sauce. Dobson, further afield to Couch, and good by foot the Saints. And all of a sudden, Willie Couch is having a shot 25 metres out on a slight angle.
Just to stretch it a bit again, Matt.
Taylor's coming to the bench here, Sidey.
Yep.
He's a little bit sore, I reckon. Keep an eye on it. You can nearly see Koroit Pharmacy from here. So Couch comes in. You'll know by the reaction. He pumps the Fespoir well. And it's a goal. And he extends that lead back out to 11 points. 5-4-34 the Saints. Bloods 3-5-23. Solomon's Tile scoreboard, 24 minutes gone. League contracting time clock. Ice Kelson, good finish.
A great finish. And it has been all Koroit. We did see that goal come back from Terang Mortlake, but by and large, they've controlled the quarter and they just stretch it out again to 11 points at the 24-minute mark of the third quarter.
So we're back in the centre and let's see what the Bloods have got in return.
Well, I tend to think that Koroit, where they kicked that goal, that might now be the scoring end. I just reckon this breeze has swung right around.
So here they go, the Bloods. Carlin, not his best, and a nice little one-hander there from the youngster and Hamish Dobson. And he'll find another youngster in Des O'Keefe. A couple of Rebels listed players for 2025. Not his best, a little stabber. Dobson there trying to get his hands on the footy once again. O'Connor was brave and he got the handball out. O'Keefe was good. Trying to keep it alive and seeing it over was Matt Baxter.
Not long for Louis Taylor off the ground. He's straight back on.
Yep.
So half forward line, left half forward for Koroit. They've had a great third term, kicking 3 goals. And they're looking to try and build another one. Taylor is back on and Graylan running with him.
I was watching him. It was almost as if he came off very quickly to deliver some sort of message.
Yeah,
he called someone across to have a yap, and
here he goes.
Hobbs tapped down. It was in the path of Taylor, but Block jumped in the way and got the footy and kicked it inside forward 50. Carlin reads it best and lost it. And Rovings, here's McCutcheon. He'll get it to Byrne. Now Byrne can run and straighten up. Can he work it around? No! O'Connor on the last line of defence takes a nice defensive mark. So he finds Fowler short, still 20 out from their defensive goals. He'll go over the top. It's a little bit high and an easy mark taken by Stevens in the end for the Saints. So just got that bit of momentum, Eyes. They feel comfortable more going inside forward 50, the Saints.
Yeah, got a lot of momentum.
So Stevens goes, and guess what? He just laces up Dobson, who had the separation. He had about 10 metres on his opponent and took the easiest of chest marks. And if you can nail this, Eyes, it's out to a 17-point lead.
And the thing is, he's been reasonably well held today, Dobson too, but he's broken things up in this third quarter.
That's what he does. He breaks your heart, doesn't he?
He just keeps
He's
running.
He's like Pride and Jenny.
Yeah.
So Sam Dobson, he'll kick from 20, 45-degree angle. The co-coach comes in. It's a nice-looking drop punt, but he just kicked it to the right side. And a minor score, so a let-off for the Bloods. It's back out to a flat 2 goals, 5-5-35 to 3-5-23. The Saints lead here at Victoria Park. Hybrid footy this afternoon.
I like it. Hybrid footy. Beautiful kick by Arundel once again to Hutchins. So Riley Hutchins been magnificent once again for the Bloods. Oh, not his best kick. It's a floater. Bouncing football. The Mack truck gets a handball foot. Here goes Harrington, I should say. On the end of it, Jack Block tries to break one. Good tackle, Roberts.
Good strong tackle, wasn't it?
They were out then to the Saints. They had all the forward momentum. So 27 and a half minutes gone in this third term. 12-point lead to the Saints. Wareham goes through his hands. Dobson gets the handball out.
I'll be happy just to lock it up, Koroit, from here.
And pass. Great crowd, great atmosphere downstairs, all thanks to B&B Furniture Plus mobility and movement.
Yeah, still a great crowd, Stewie, but a few jumpers starting to come out. It's getting a little bit chilly down here now.
Lockie Rook just spins through, pirouettes through beautifully, but just hits the boundary. They're looking for deliberate, but they won't get it. Been a great battle, Hobbs and McCosh.
McCosh, big improver. Big improver for mine. Had a big pre-season, so good to see him playing some good footy. 12 points to the margin, 28 minutes gone, league contracting time clock. Harrington done a great job on Taylor. McCutcheon trying to spin out of trouble, and he was taken too high. And he was unlucky, Hobbs, because he was in the right place at the right time, but the execution just wasn't there in the end. So McCutcheon looks to play on. It's a floater towards half forward. Vickers through his fingers. Stevens reads it best, kicks it across the face, and that was a good kick. Straight to Angus Campbell. He finds a teammate on the lead. Maloney did defensively well on Dobson. Got the fist in. and got the ball over the boundary line, will have a boundary throw in. But they've just been able to find a bit more space, eyes, in that. I reckon this last 10 or 12 minutes.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting last quarter too, Hilly, because as Possum alluded to, Koroit in a couple of games just haven't finished off, have they? Last week and against South Warrnambool, we saw it out here at Koroit on Anzac Day as well. So just be a really interesting last quarter for Koroit.
Agree. Here's Carlin, handballs McLean. Wants to get the ball moving to the wing position, and he finds Hutchins. It's broadcast side. Siren beats them all. 3-quarter time here at Victoria Park, Koroit. It is Koroit leading by 12 points. 5-5-35 to 3-5-23. We'll take a break here on Hampton League Live. We'll gather our thoughts and look forward to a big final quarter here between the Saints and the Bloods.
3YBFM's Hampton League Live.
For our broadcast partners, Warrnambool Nissan, Badeness Rural, McDonald's Warrnambool Eastern Central, Sungold Fresh Local Milk and Harvey Norman Warrnambool.
Warrnambool's Harvey Norman is the destination for electrical, computers, bedding and furniture. See your local team of experts from all departments for the massive range of products from the world's biggest brands. Explore TVs, audio, white goods and small appliances. Laptops, PCs, mobile phones and smartwatches. Indoor, outdoor furniture and recliners. Bedding and bedroom furniture all in the one store. Get the best advice from the local experts at the destination for electrical, computers, bedding and furniture. Your locally owned Harvey Norman, Raglan Parade, Warrnambool.
G'day, Luke Williams here. At Luke Williams Real Estate, competition is in our nature. Per team member, we sell more properties than anyone else. We're not the biggest, but we are the busiest. Luke Williams Real Estate. Let's kick some winning goals together this season.
It's a place for the coaches.
Pickles are coming off and the bacon's going on.
The defenders.
Oi. Ooh.
And those who love a good smother. What? And at full time, you always go home with the chocolates.
Need insurance? See MGA Insurance Group. Great service, expert advice and competitive premiums for farmers, business owners and transport operators. Call Dennis and Gareth Morgan and Glenn Skilbeck, 55596 200.
The Flying Horse is more than just a pub. It's the perfect spot to kick back with friends or family. Indulge in a delicious meal from the new menu and wood-fired kitchen. Celebrate in one of their multiple function rooms. Catch up with mates in the sports bar or TAB. Grab a slab from the Thirsty Camel bottle shop. There's even a courtesy bus. Plus, don't miss Locals Night every Thursday night with food and drink specials, live music and more. For the perfect venue, it's got to be the Flying Horse, of course.
Peter, the chicken, lamb, pork and beef eater has all your fresh meats ready to go. And small goods handmade on the premises daily. Yeah! Find Peter, the chicken, lamb, pork and beef eater at Lucas Brothers Butchers with easy, convenient drive-through. Corner of Banyan and Lava Streets, Warrnambool.
Time to get up, time to walk to the bus stop. Open up the shop, time for you, time for me. Loving everything you see, the sun is up. Time to take on the world this time. Time to wake up, time to climb to the top. Welcome to the world where the sun is always gold and it's waiting just for you. Time to get into life where the sun is always gold. Sungold.
Badeness Rural is locally owned and committed to serving the needs of the local community with a huge range of over 6,500 products and services backed by almost 150 years of industry experience and knowledge. The range includes pet and stock feeds, dairy, beef and sheep farming supplies, hobby farm supplies, rural equipment and tools, plus agronomy services including seed and chemical supplies. Drop in and see the team today at Badeness Rural, corner Raglan Parade and Karamat Road, Warrnambool.
It's a place for the coaches.
Pickles are coming off and the bacon's going on.
The defenders.
Oi. Ooh.
And those who love a good smother. What? And at full time, you always go home with the chocolates.
Hampton League Live.
For Sungold, fresh local milk. Ponting's Mitre 10. Harvey Norman Warrnambool and Madden's Lawyers.
94.5 3YB FM.
Welcome back to Hampton League Live. Later game today. We've got 1 quarter to go in Hampton Live action, and it is Koroit at 3/4 time, 5-5-35. They lead Terang Mortlake 3-5-23, and that is on the Solomon style scoreboard. And Philip Kelly, as we go downstairs to you, Poss, once again the Saints, the Bloods out there ready to rock and roll, and the Saints still in their huddle. Might not be able to hear me downstairs, I don't think, Poss. But yeah, so we're just finding out. So once again, as I said, it is the Bloods waiting for Koroit to get out there. So a really good third quarter from the Koroit Saints sees them 2 goals up heading into this final quarter action. The lights are on, sun's gone down effectively here, and we are in for one hell of a final quarter. If the Bloods can draw first blood, Poss. What was the messaging at 3/4 time from both coaches?
Just got Joey Wooten here with me, boys. Joey, to me, looking on, you boys tended to take it on a bit more in that third quarter. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, spot on, mate. We just sort of thought we were playing with the handbrake on a little bit there, so just released the shackles and it, play with a bit more freedom. It's a bit more fun and it worked for us as well.
Yeah, I reckon the first half, like both sides weren't really prepared to take it on, but I think you took the risks and it worked, and you're able to break it open a bit and get into some space and use the footy a bit more. So hopefully you can continue to do that this last quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a real stalemate there for a bit, so hopefully it opens up and we get a few more scores on the board.
Good luck, mate.
So final term action started, 12 points the margin, and the Bloods had the ball in hand. Slater finds Riley Hutchins. He'll go long down the line, and it's a good kick, and he finds Zeke Reeves, who's probably been starved of opportunities. Back to Hutchins, inside 50, they fly. Hobbs, one of those players. He gets the ball, he handballs it over the top. Darcy Hutchins scoots through, going as far as his opponent. The ricochet kick, it goes a little bit deeper for the Bloods. It might work out as they get another chance to go closer to goal, and a stoppage will occur. So 46 seconds gone in this final term, 5-5-35 to 3-5-23. 2 goals the margin. Vickers will do the ruck. McLean got the handball out, and a lot, as this day sort of has panned out, there's been a lot of contested football, and again, a tackle might have been just a little bit skew-whiff there, and it's going to go into the hands of Liam Hoy. So Hoy just directing play, trying to find the best target out of side defensive 50. Dobson's going to set himself. They jump and run at it. Reading it best with the Saints off the pack. Through the fingers of Carlin, who looks like he's playing off a halfback flank on Byrne. And Byrne wants to play on straight away. Kicks it to the goal line. Here's Couch and Neve, and Neve's going to get the free kick. The advantage paid, and Couch kicks his second. And the Saints start beautifully in this final term. 6-5-41. They're out to an 18-point lead at game high. 3-5-23 Terang Mortlake, and just a bit of luck there in the end that Neve was able to get in the right position to get that free kick, and the ball fell into the hands of Couch, who could run on ice.
Yeah, they're finishing full of running, aren't they, Koroit? We really need to see something from Terang Mortlake, because they've gone a while now. Well, they kicked that 1 goal in the third quarter, but really it's been all Koroit pretty much since half time, hasn't it? So would like to see something happen here for Terang Mortlake, just to get themselves back in the game. Louis Taylor back in the middle here,
trying to spark something up. So Harrington, though, he draws blood. He kicks the Saints into attack once again. Good fist away that time by Roberts. Running onto the football and gathering beautifully was Jack Block. Little kick, just misses the target. And Maloney happy to see that ball go out of bounds, and we will have a ball up. They need the next one, don't they, the Bloods' eyes?
Oh, they definitely do. It's getting into that dangerous territory now. But they've just been winning those, centre clearances too, Koroit, haven't they, in the second half?
So we have a ball up. Koroit doing all the attacking so far in this final quarter. McCosh dispossessed. There's Vickers looking for holding the ball. Umpire says no. Haven't seen a lot of Reece Buck. Miller's done a good job on him today.
Yep.
Played him nice and tight. Hobbs wins this one down. Goes through the hands there of Hoy, who's really worked himself into the contest well off the back of a big May race week for the Hoysey. Posh, good crowd here today, isn't there? And it's a good atmosphere down there on dusk.
It is indeed. It's a strange time for us, isn't it, boys? We're usually on the way home and...
Beautiful autumn evening, though, isn't
it? Beautiful evening. Getting a little chilly eyes, but you expect that. We are in May, so no, the crowd's been really good and they've enjoyed themselves, and this second half's been much more entertaining than the first, I think it's fair to say.
Tell you what, the second half's been hard for me after having that sausage roll. Fair dinkum, it is reverbing on me like you wouldn't believe. Here goes Hoy, left foot snap around the body. No, misses everything and goes out of bounds in the full, and the resultant free kick. So
Andy Point puts them 3 goals, 1 in front. Matthew?
6-5-41 the Saints.
I know.
Bloods,
is it
3-5-23 out in the full, mate.
It does not put them 3 goals, 1 in front.
I didn't want to call you out on
There's
it.
still 3 even kicks. Well, you called Sandy Roberts out, so...
and Billy Wild on Tuesday.
Little chip kick goes over to Harvey Roberts. He goes further. A field kick had to be good. Gathered. Left foot kick goes down the line. Goes through the hands that time of Slater. Couches there. Oh, McLean. Umpire says play on. And we are going to have a boundary throw in far out of side.
So out of side.
So the McLeans went over to Couchy there too. You know? They got to know each other a little bit earlier. I think they just went and said hello to each other again there too, boys.
So this little fella down here, little blonde fella in the bottom of the pusher, I reckon you and I would like to be in that position right now. Just
having a little rest.
Curled up with a little blanket on him, looking very content.
Little flock of chocky and happy days.
So it's 5 minutes ticked over, final term. Latest start here at Victoria Park, 18 points the margin. And the Bloods will kick the ball out of bounds on the full. And the Saints, they just seem like from half time, they've just controlled this game, Eyes.
Yeah.
I know that the Bloods are still in it, but they need a lot of things right to get it up forward and to get a couple of quick goals.
Well, yeah, they've got to get it into their forward line to start with. It'd be a great start. But just, Koroit controlling the tempo of the game as well, aren't they?
Hoy's been great. It's given plenty of drive. Goes inside 50. Bradley front position. Almost reading it well. There was Fraser Robb. He paddled. Here comes Byrne. Hobbs been terrific for the Bloods. Got the handball out. Here comes McCutcheon. He's so crafty. Left foot shot. It goes. It working around. Oh, it's hit the post. It would have been a ripping goal from Blair McCutcheon, but it just hit the post on the end, and a nice kick in the end to Darcy Hutchins, and they'll try to generate something off half-back here, the Bloods.
Yeah, going quickly. That's what they need to do.
You're absolutely spot on. Will Maloney gets it further afield to Fowler onto Buck. So Buck goes short. No. Kick missed the target. Take a nice diving mark. There was the Mack truck, Mac Peterson. It's got Hoy just running from and Mooney. Mooney's been fantastic. Smothered kick though that time. And young Geordie Fowler happy to see the ball go out of bounds. So umpire, the boundary ump's got the sunnies on. No need for them now.
They're up on top of the head.
Sun is well and truly gone. Hobbs gets front position, taps it down. Fowler to Vickers. Gets it on the boot. Here's McLean, takes a nice mark. Got a running Louis Taylor. Taylor's got Scooter Carlin. Carlin now has a bounce. Runs to centre half forward, gets it further afield to Slater. Slater, right foot shot on goal. Buck goes back with a fly bounce. Goal! No.
It's gone out of bounds.
Gee whiz, it bounced. It was a Shane Warne googly. That went sideways.
That was a wrong one.
He's got a good leg on him, Slater.
Yeah, I thought he'd sunk it too.
Geez, that would have been a big goal too. So the 7.5 minute mark, saying 6-6, 42, 3-5, 23, Terang Mortlake, Solomon style scoreboard.
They're going to get another go at it.
And it's going to be through Hobbs. Hobbs been terrific. Awkward kick inside 50. Vickers goes for the big fly. Mooney tries to get it out. Taylor does well. Here's a chop bucket goal. And
was it another wrong one?
It's a goal.
It's a goal. Touched. It's touched.
Gee whiz.
Jeez, they're so close. That was McLeod.
I think at this point in time they need a bit more to go right, don't they? The Terang Mortlake side. Just a couple of unlucky bounces, really.
So Miller, he'll kick out. Knee flies. So does Slater. And the contest is still on that outer side. Here they go with the numbers in their favour. The Saints. Graylen will kick long. Couch for a bit of bodywork. Will didn't quite get it in the end. He's getting worn like a glove, trying to keep it alive. He does. He barges through. Handballs out to McCutcheon. Coming in there was... he's taken too high. And Louis Taylor will get the free kick at centre-half back.
It's like Tommy Ryan mounting the cunning fox.
Inboard, Louis Taylor. Inboard to McLean. 50-metre penalty here. It's McLean and Couch again.
Yeah, the best of mates, aren't they?
So 50-metre penalty will bring them closer to goal. They need a quick goal here, the Bloods, just to get a bit of momentum. If they're going to constantly pull one in.
The way he was...
So bouncing football, going back with it was McCutcheon. Stacks in the middle, and we will have a ball up. Half-forward flank to Terang Mortlake.
Entertaining last quarter.
They trail by 3 straight goals.
This in-between light's a bit difficult, boys, when it's not dark and it's not light, at dusk.
Vickers, quick kick, forward diving attempt, that time from Miller.
Reminds me of old drive-in days, possible. You're just waiting for the sun to go right down, weren't you?
Yes. So you
where you did some of your best work, guys.
So you could get out of the boot of the car.
So you could get out of the boot and no one can see you. Thank you.
Bring those drive-ins back. They were great. I can remember them as a kid myself.
Bench seat in the front too.
Javel Morgan ads.
Ice would be there on May Race Friday. In the car.
Park the old Elliot in.
After dark.
So here goes McLean.
He's playing a part this last quarter, McLean.
He is, isn't he? Big fly from Buck.
Here they go.
Oh, Louis. Handle over the top to Hutchins. Right foot snap.
Playing down. Koroit,
They've been peppering at Terang Mortlake. They just can't get it truly.
They've had some opportunities in the last 3 minutes. It's back to 17 points, 6-6-42 to 3-7-25. Low-scoring game.
Still 15 or 16 minutes, though, if they can just...
Well, the Saints, and that's Hoy, the skipper, takes a bounce and gets it down the ground further. Will it bounce comfortably for Neve? It does. Here's Little Chum, turns around, centres the kick. Dobson, good punch by Maloney. Out to it first with Xavier Vickers. Has to escape, and he took on a couple. Quickly plays on. Campbell gets it moving forward. Free kick for the Saints. He was taken high after getting rid of the football. And Angus Campbell will get a chance to go deeper inside forward 50 for the Koroit Saints, the home side here at Vic Park.
You just feel if Koroit get another one, it'll be a bridge too far for Terang Mortlake.
I'm with you, Greg.
So Angus Campbell's played a pretty good game. Short kick, Hoy. Drops the mark. And you'll look to centre the kick. It goes past Hodgins. Here's Miller. Works it back to Hodgins. He's got numbers to help him here, and he finds Peterson. He'll spear the kick to a pass, and that's a beauty. That's an absolute ripper to Fraser Robb.
The wall was beautifully set up.
What about the Gollywell brothers combining again there, boys? That was brilliant footy.
McCutcheon.
Three
Was
half-back
it McCutcheon?
flankers.
Yep. So McCutcheon, he's been dangerous across half forward, and this could be the icing on the cake. I know there's time left, but goals have been hard to kick. McCutcheon will kick from every bit of 50 metres. It's a worm burner. It goes out wide through the fingers of Dobson. He's first to it.
Right.
He works it back to Hamish Dobson. Centres the kick. Intercepted by Hobbs, who's been terrific. Here they go, the Bloods. Losing it just in the outlet kick there was McLeod, and Peterson, who's been terrific, takes a nice mark.
He's a good intercept marker, the Mack truck nowadays. He just reads the ball so well. Kicks further afield. Joey Arundel takes a nice mark at the end. Started this game really, really well, as he always does. Used it good by foot. Never misses a target. That's Slater. Gets it further afield to Crawley. Goes down, goes through the hands of Reeves that time. Look at Mooney. Oh, he's in trouble. Gets the handball away. Harrington, little handball over the top to a running Hodgins. He's wrapped up in a tackle and going absolutely nowhere. And we're going to have a ball up far out of side. So Koroit 6-6-42. The Bloods 3:7.25. Solomon's blind scoreboard 13 minutes 19 seconds on the league contracting time clock, Hilly.
Yes, and here's Mooney. He's played a very pivotal part in that back line for the Saints,
Holding
but on
the
this
ball.
occasion, he's been pinged for holding the ball. Darcy Hutchins, who's lifted.
Crawley might have cramp or done a pinger. Poss, keep an eye on that.
He looks a little bit sore, grimacing. Kick has to be good. It is to Tyler Vickers. I like the move of him maybe down
50.
forward. And 50 metres.
Yeah, that was called quickly.
Gee whiz.
Goes without saying, they just have to have a goal from this 4A forward, Matthew, to give themselves a chance.
Just cramp, boys, for Crawley.
Just cramp.
It's a must for Vickers if they're a chance here. The Bloods.
It was
17 points.
It was probably a less than generous 50, to be honest. I thought it might have brought him a little bit closer, but
wouldn't buy land off Eddie Dwyer eyes.
Not at the minute, mate. I reckon it was about a 35 metre.
Here comes Vickers. Just toe pokes it, pushes it to the right, and a minor score. So they go to 3-8-26. Terang Mortlake 6-6-42. The Saints. 14 and a half minutes gone. That's on the league contracting time clock.
Need to go there for mine.
Yeah.
Need to make him pay. Here goes Peterson, just steps around, gives himself a little bit more time. Kick comes down further afield. Roberts sits underneath a good mark. Peter Box Bridgestone highlight of the day. They're looking
They've
for
had half
50.
a dozen shots at goal this quarter, Terang Mortlake.
They have. They've had plenty of opportunity. Kick comes in again. There's Buck. Campbell's wrapped up. Strong tackle, Taylor.
Well, they're having a dip, Terang Mortlake. I've got to give them that, but they just need to convert it onto the scoreboard.
Who's going to kick one? That's the key. They need someone to stand up. Louis steps through traffic. Gee whiz, he's evasive. Oh, good mark. It's Reeves. He's taken a one-hander, and he's generally a really good shot on goal, Reeves. So 15 and a half minutes gone. There's plenty of time here.
10 minutes to go, Matt.
So this will bring the margin.
Inside 2 goals.
Yeah. So all of a sudden, the Saints will start to tighten up. Comes in. Reeves doesn't disappoint. It's a goal. 4-8-32. Terang Mortlake, Koroit 6-6-42. And in the back of the Saints' minds, Poss, Eyes and Hilly will be that fade out against the Roosters on Good Friday.
Absolutely, and
Yes,
really,
it will, Matt.
for all of the play, sorry, Matt, for all of the play that Terang Mortlake have had, they certainly deserve that one, but I'm saying they probably should be a lot closer, shouldn't they, Hilly?
Well, they should be. They've had some forward 50 entries, but yeah, their kicking's probably let them down at stages in this final term.
I'm looking for Louis Taylor last 10 minutes.
Yeah, you're right, Oz.
It's his sort of stage, isn't it?
What they need here is a quick one, and then it's basically level for the last sort of 7 or 8, 9 minutes.
They're getting the commanding tap down from Hobbs. Harrington was good via hand. High up and under kick from the Saints, and a nice mark taken by Desi O'Keefe. He doesn't fear the contest, O'Keefe.
Oh.
Carlin.
Just risky doing that.
Yeah. At this stage of the game, 16 and a half minutes gone. Time to play on. So Des, he kicks it long inside, 50. They've got numbers back, and Hobbs is one of those ones that went through his fingers, but he was good enough to clean up. And he gets it to a Rundle. The kick wasn't his best. Coming through there was Rob, too high. And the Saints will get a free kick through the agency of Fraser Robb. It'll be a 40-metre kick that he'll have to undertake.
Pretty
to
good
try and
kick
give
too, Rob, isn't he?
He is. He's been a bit of a crafty forward, spending more time on the ball in the last couple of seasons. But Fraser Robb, travelling back from Geelong every weekend to play with the Saints,
looks fit.
He does, actually.
He'll look to extend the margin back out to 16 points. 45-degree angle, 40-metre kick. He's already kicked one this afternoon, Fraser Robb. And the Koroit faithful will be high in voice if he's able to nail it. Very measured approach. Works the angle. Kicks pretty good. And it is sensational.
Great goal.
Great goal from Fraser Robb. That's a Lucas Brothers snag of the day. And it just puts that little thorn into the Terang Mortlake blood. 16 points the margin, Eyes, 18 minutes gone.
Yeah, that one hurt him. That one hurt him on the rebound, that is for sure. And, yeah, look, you got to take your hat off to O'Keefe here. He had to stand under a wobbly football and take that mark, and he did. And then, of course, beautifully moved the ball forward for Rob to be on the end of it.
There's a beautiful finish. He would have
Lovely
kicked
finish.
plenty of them at training. And the
Now.
Saints get out to a 16-point lead again.
Can Terang Mortlake reply?
So they've moved Buck into the ruck. There's Harrington.
Here we
Throw.
go,
So
boys. Here
Louis
we go.
Taylor.
Louis.
Resultant free kick. Wants to play on quickly. Sets it up. Hobbs has gone forward. The big man, can he juke it? No, he can't. Getting back there was Miller and Hodgins. Coming through there is Buck. Vickers off one step. High up and under, but the Saints got plenty of numbers talking to each other. Good mark at the end of Tyler Stevens. And Stevens on the last line of defence will just steady the ship for the Koroit Saints. Been good again today, Taylor. Kicks out wide. Look at Joey Arundel just reading it. He's smooth. He's like a Rolls Royce. Oh, he ran straight into trouble though. Handball to Rob. Here goes Vickers to Carlin. Carlin's got no one on offer. Young Dobson gets it further afield to Neve.
Oh, look out.
Neve's got a running Connor Byrne. Byrne takes a nice mark. And he'll just steady the ship. Connor Byrne told to play on. Goes in, ball kick, not good.
Got a
This
ping
mark
back
was
here.
cut off that time by O'Connor. O'Connor's got players short, chooses to go longer. Kick not good, but ends up okay. And that's Darcy Hutchins. Got his brother Riley, so the Cracker brothers. Waxing. Wants someone short. Decides to play on. Kicks in a beautiful kick. That's a great kick. You called it. Pass to Vickers. Tyler. 55 out. Goes for goal! If you don't mind. And hang on. It is a goal, and the Bloods are back in this. 5-8, 38, 7-6, 48. Solomon's Tile scoreboard. Back to 10 points, 55-metre bomb.
Bit of life back in this game.
I reckon there's 5 minutes to play. Still, Matt.
Have to be, ours. That'll only make it 25, eh? There's been a few goals this quarter.
Poss is getting excited.
Fraser Rob's just come off, boys, for Koroit Pharmacy, holding his groin, so limping pretty badly.
He's been good too, Fraser Rob. So this contest important for the Bloods. Bucks in the ruck, so Hobbs having a rest and he's resting forward. So looking for that height mismatch. Buck up against Bakosh, did well. O'Keefe's been important. Here's Vickers. Doesn't have the football. Play on. Here's Jet Grayland, been terrific this afternoon. Campbell's been hard at the footy as well. He's wrapped up. True centre wing broadcast side not going anywhere.
Listen to the cockies.
So let's go again. The tap down. Slater just lost it. Burns been important this second half. Free kick. It's going to go to the Saints. And Byrne was held on to the deemed by the umpire, and the cockies are out in force. So Connor Byrne kicks towards Dobson. Oh, good spoil in the end. Did he take it on the second bite?
I think it might have hit the turf.
Might have hit the
but it was a
turf.
bit hard to see.
Geez, he came in hard, Maloney, and just got that hand in the end to ensure that Dobson didn't take the mark. So half forward line, Buck in the ruck, got the tap down. The Saints just peppering. O'Keefe keeps it in. Oh, is it too high? Ball over the boundary line. We'll have a boundary throw in.
So there's still a little bit of life in this, but it is down the right end for the Koroit Saints faithful. The lights are on here at Victoria Park, Koroit. Been an entertaining Saturday afternoon of footy. McCosh just grabs it out of the ruck. He's wrapped up in a tackle. Coming through was Taylor. He was dispossessed. He just hits the pack at pace. Louis Taylor.
Almost like a nursery rhyme, Hillian, a buck in the ruck.
Big fist that time by that man, Buck.
No, all good here, Matty.
O'Keefe holding the ball. He's going to get pinged. You can tell. You can tell when Eddie's going to ping him.
Cramping too.
There's plenty of cramping. There's plenty of fatigue. And this time it's Hutchins. Darcy, who's got the result free kick, goes inboard for the scoot. Carlin's used to these conditions. He plays in the NTFNL. He goes inboard. Good kick to Maloney. That's Will. So Will goes out further to Vickers. They're on here on the overlap because Slater's out if he can get it to him. choose to go further afield. Buck. Good fist, Moody getting back, dives on the ball, looking for a free kick. The Saints' defence has been nice and desperate. Slater's in there, Wareham as well.
Ooh, watch for Louis Taylor here, boys.
So this is where he's dangerous, Poss, you're right. Good tap that down by Hobbs. Oh, he was nearly going to be on the end of it. Oh, I thought they were going to pluck one out here. So 23 and a half minutes gone, 10-point lead to the Saints. A goal here to the Bloods will make this game very, very interesting. Hobbs, one down by McCosh, quick kick out by Campbell. Buck's going to sit underneath it. Good contest in the end by Byrne, touch play on. And we will have a ball up.
Time just reducing. So it's just, they need one urgent here, the Bloods. But the Saints are sticking fat. Grayland, terrific off the pack, kicks it out wide, free kick. And the Bloods will want to get the ball moving quickly here, Ice.
Yeah, it's in Arundel's hands, good hands, he'll use it.
So Joey Arundel, short via foot, Byrne comes in, but marking it was Slater, who has been impressive for a youngster. Joshy Slater, good cricketer as well. We're nearing the end here at Vic Park, and he's going to go long with the kick. Buck's there to jump at it. Here's a loose footy. Snap around the body. Here's Hobbs, sets himself. Good spoil from the defence of the Saints. And a boundary throw-in will occur.
Time for Terang Mortlake to set up. They'll need one quickly off a pack here, Hilly.
Left forward pocket, 10 points the margin, 7-6 to 5-8. Hobbs looking to get it out of the pack. He had it, then he lost it. The hands from Hodgins was good to Hoy. Got the traditional barrel out. Reading it best was Vickers. Just got a little handball out to himself. In there is Des O'Keefe again. And he's been busy in this last term, Desi O'Keefe.
Played an important
And he's
role.
wrapped up, and we'll have a throw-up about 55 out from the Bloods goal.
So it's going to be Buck and McCosh. McCosh wins this one down. Happy to see the ball go out of bounds as Connor Byrne. So 25 and a half minutes on the league contracting time clock. Saints 7-6, 48. Bloods 5-8, 38. Low scoring, but it's been entertaining. Big boundary throwing. Good work again by McCosh. Coming through is Byrne. Vickers is there. Fend off. Could have been high. The crowd getting right into this one downstairs, Sidey.
Yes, and they haven't left. They haven't left the bar, boys. They've had a good day.
Hoy off one step. High up and under. Dobson will fly. He's a chest mark king holding the man. What's happened here? Free kick?
Yeah, it's a free kick to Roberts, I reckon, boys. Was it? Yeah, hanging on.
Holding off the play. It was well picked out again. You're onto that.
No, it's definitely there, yeah.
So Harvey Roberts, he goes short to Vickers. Vickers has got a running Arundel. Arundel's got space. He's got Slater over the top. He sells the candy. Joey from 70 kicks in, looking for Hobbs. Can't take the mark. Oh, too high. Free kick, Bloods. And it's Darcy Hutchins. And Hutchins running back.
Beautiful finisher, Hutchins.
Because it's a 10-point game.
Yeah, can't be long.
20 metres out. Nearly 27 minutes gone, so this will bring the margin back to 4 points if he can slot it. Hutchins comes in, kicks a goal. It's 4 points. There's probably 2 or 3 minutes to play, Ice Kelson.
Oh, you're generous. You're generous, but it could be. I just don't know, Matt. We need a clean break here from Terang Mortlake, and I'm sure all their big guns are in the middle this time. There'll be Carl and Taylor. They'll all be in there.
So looking at those, who's going in there. So there's Byrne, there's Hoy, Block, McCosh, Buck, Vickers, Taylor and Hutchins. So some good numbers in there.
Byrne's gone straight to Louis Taylor, Connor Byrne, hasn't he?
Wearing him like a glove. So 4 points to the margin. Can the Saints hold on? What have the Bloods got left? No one got the clear decisive tap. Buck tried to create something. Here's Taylor, feeds out the handball to Carlin. Goes towards half forward.
Good hand.
McLeod, here's Hutchins. Hutchins from 50 on the run. Hutchins towards goal. Oh! Goals! What a goal from Riley Hutchins. The midfield group amazing for the Bloods. and they lead by 2 points with 28 minutes gone.
And who started it, boys? Louis Taylor and
Louis
Carlin.
Taylor's touch. Yeah, exactly, Possum.
Look at the numbers. Look at the numbers going back here. That was a Lucas
But
Brothers
having
snag.
said that, the poise of Hutchins, he just to slot it. Beautiful to watch.
I still don't think that you're going to put too many back.
No,
I think
no.
what you want to do is win this clearance.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Wow, this game has just turned on its head. It is Saturday afternoon twilight footy on Hammond League Live, and the Bloods have hit the fronts. They've had a big final term and they're going again. Coming through Hodgins. McCosh gets a little wobbler out of the pack. Hoy just fists it. Here goes McCutcheon over the top to Neve. Getting back is O'Connor with a big fist. The fist comes forward. Hutchins gets it to Vickers. They just kick and clear the ball forward. Can't be long to play. Stevens gathers for Koroit. He steps through traffic. He bangs it long. The Saints looking for a miracle.
Hobbs. Oh.
Ball at the back of the pack. Hutchins wrapped up, going nowhere. And the ball is 60 metres out from Koroit. They trail by 2 points.
Now
what
they-
an action-packed game, Trent Hill.
Now the numbers flooding that back 50.
Here's McCosh, got the tap down only as far as Taylor. Left foot kick, out of bounds on the full. So the Saints get another chance here. The free kick's going to go to Mooney.
No one on the mark.
No one plays on. He'll go inside, forward 50. Burn.
Oh, what a great mark.
Leo Barry. Oh, he's played a great game, Hobbs. He's cramped up. He's sore.
That was Leo Barry, boys.
And I don't think he's going to be able to take his kick. He's coming off. It's like he's jarred it as he's come down. So Arundel.
Could it be in better hands?
So Arundel will go short. Taylor's the man. And it's on right half back.
Hobbsy hasn't gone off there in the end. He's played that well, Hobbs.
So Arundel.
There it is.
There's the Sonaroo. And the Bloods prevail by 2 points.
It's finished up in the hands of Arundel. And he had a journey out here to Koroit. And he was at the opposite end of the ground for Terang Mortlake that day and hurt the opposition in the same place. But, what a finish from Terang. What a game.
Their last 15 minutes was amazing. The Bloods and Hutchins, the match winner with that goal from 50 metres out. And they prevail by 2 points. 7-8-50. Terang Mortlake defeat Koroit 7-6-48 in a thrilling game of football here at Victoria Park this afternoon. Hampton League Live, match of the day.
Unbelievable finish. A grandstand finish this game. It didn't have a lot of action in the first half, low scoring, but gee whiz, the final quarter and a half.
When the lights came on, boys, away it went.
Oh, they've come on the ground. The kids are running to the rooms. It is all going on out here, and Poss Kelly, that was snatching victory from the jaws of defeat.
It was unbelievable, boys. And, what's due to Koroit now 2 weeks in a row. They've been nutted on the line, but full credit to Terang Mortlake. And as Eyes and myself said there, that clearance to put them in front, the two blokes involved with the two blokes you'd expect, Louis Taylor and Carlin. And I'm going to try and get the big fella, Liam Casey, boys.
Yeah, and if you analyse that last quarter, Terang Mortlake, they had a lot of the football with their forward line.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
they did.
Before they could break through.
And they just weren't getting that scoreboard pressure. They had shots and a couple of easy ones too, Eyes.
Yep. But you couldn't have had enough on Koroit turning for home, probably, to be
there, boys.
We got your Posh.
Yeah, mate, we've got the man of the moment down here, Liam. That's a nice way to make your debut for Terang Mortlake.
Yeah, it's brilliant. The boys have been great and very receptive since they come down. But I was told I missed the Irish Fest last week, so I'll have to make another trip down. But some way to turn around. I was running around. I thought I couldn't touch the ball for a while. Got the snag then. It was good to get. Great win.
I actually made mention in the call. I wonder if you're aware of the Irish Festival was on last week. You would have turned it right on last Saturday. But, mate, look, you just hung in, didn't you? I mean, that last quarter, and we mentioned in the call the two blokes that were responsible for putting you in front, Louis Taylor and Scotty Carlin, two of the best, and they're able to win that clearance and that was just a frenetic 5 minutes. And how did you find the standard of footy? Good?
Yeah, great, fantastic. Been playing the last few years, but it's another level again. Boys are switched on completely, and there's no hiding out there at all. Credit to the lads, the whole work rate from the team set from the get-go. We found it tough in the third, but turned it on then again in the fourth, which we emphasise going out there. It's great to get a win on the board as well, back to back.
Good on you, mate. You get in and sing the song. Where's your county, by the way?
Tipperary.
Tipperary. It's a long way to Tipperary. Good on you, boys.
Unbelievable. I don't think you're going to be able to get in and get that song because it's a long,
we'll try.
long way.
We'll try. We'll see if we get it at the door.
Try your best, mate. But gee whiz, it was an entertaining game in the end, wasn't it? 2-point victory. Only in the last minute and a half of this contest did the Bloods hit the front again, Greggy Kelson.
Well,
we had everything.
We went from laying down at half time, Matty, to right up on our toes in the last couple of minutes. It was exciting stuff, but they just kept giving themselves a chance, Terang, Mortlake. And to be fair, they didn't go away. And yeah, look, it was fantastic.
Yeah, a good win, a good gutsy win in the end. That's how you would call it. But the Saints, they're so close 2 weeks in a row, and
exactly. And some of their stars, like you said, they just shone in that last little bit, didn't they? And the finisher, Riley Hutchins, on a couple of occasions, is worth a lot of credit to. We might get this song. No.
We just can't quite.
They've just cut out. I thought for a minute we were going to have it, but gee, they'd be happy in those rooms, Terang, Mortlake.
Jubilant scenes down there in the roofs, and rightly so, because one of the better games, or better finishes that we've seen for a while on Handball League Live. Hey, this is the post-game. All thanks to Conquest Pools, Matty Canadian, the crew. If you want to get your pool, they do everything from go to woe. Make no mistake about it, they will look after you. So make sure you see Matty Canadian and the crew. We'll take a break, come back and go through our award winners on what has been a really cracking day. Round 4 of Hampden Footy.
3YBFM's Hampden League Live.
For our broadcast partners, Warrnambool Nissan, Bade Ness Rural, McDonald's Warrnambool Eastern Central, Sungold Fresh Local Milk and Harvey Norman Warrnambool.